Let's jam.
Hey, folks, and welcome to Never Split the Party Starfinder campaign, Mostly Harmful. This is season 3, episode 17. I updated it, but I didn't look. What are we at? Oh, Twitch still isn't showing us
17,
up.
yes.
Cool. I'm still showing the channel we were hosting. All right. This is episode 17. We are approaching end game for season 3 of Starfinder, which, for all intents and purposes, will be the end of our Starfinder show. If you want to hear about what's coming next and all that fun stuff from Never Split the Party, hang out for the after party, which happens after every Starfinder stream. So this will wrap up around 10:30, and we'll jump right into the after party with whomever from the crew's available, which is usually not Patrick. Unless you stood around for last week's, because that was kind of a big one, and Patrick did hang out, and that one should be available on our YouTube at some point if Justin did the thing and beep the boops.
Probably.
Possibly.
I think it was. Yeah.
I've got a string of things to get through, and we've got some house cleaning at the beginning, and then we'll jump into the mystery of NAT 2.0. So that should be good. First, I'm going to have everyone introduce themselves because for some reason we're still doing that in season 3. Hey, folks, my name is Dustin, and I'm the GM for this evening and every evening.
And I'm Justin. I play Seeker the Android Technomancer, who is currently quite happy to have Rye around and might have learned some magic to keep him alive this time. Yeah!
I guess that's me.
Yeah.
I'm Chris, and I'm the opposite of Dusty in that I am very, very hairy. I mean, I'm having a great beard day. I'll say that much.
Oh, yeah, I'll say.
But
like
yeah,
it.
I play
And
Miller.
your hair is back.
My hair is back. Yeah, so I play Miller, and he just he's basically about as intelligent as a dragon now.
We're not there yet. Stop.
All right, fine. Spoilers soon.
Hey, me too, though.
And hello, I'm Michael, and I play Zero, the android operative, or possibly NAT 2.0 if Dustin has his way.
We'll see how it goes.
I'm Nick. I play Dren. He's the monkey captain. Not really captain, though. The real captain's back, who is...
Hi, I'm Patrick. Hello. I play Rye, or Rye Shorin, again. It's been a while.
It's about
captain.
damn time.
Well,
I'm the captain
pull
again.
the same thing I did, kind of throw out a character for a while and then, recycle them back into the mix.
Yeah, real original there.
Yeah, real original.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, mine was more emotionally impactful.
Ouch.
It was more so that Rye was anticipated dead. Miller was always taking a vacation.
Yeah.
I
don't think that was necessarily a dig.
Spoilers for last week's episode. Not that should matter.
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching this week's episode and you're getting spoiled from last week's episode, you're doing it wrong. But please check us out. All of our past episodes are available on YouTube at bit.ly/neveryoutube. You can also find us in the audio realm, really anywhere you can find podcasts, including Spotify. Just look up Never Split the Party podcast. Also, if you guys are longtime listeners or first-time listeners and want to support our channel, please check out our Patreon, bit.ly/neverpatreon. Yes, I know the never Patreon sounds awful, but we'd really like it if you ignored that bit. I'll move
Pretty sure that applies to everything we do.
Chris is making fun of me for shaving. I was shaving this weekend, and I was really just trying to get some distance between my nose hairs and my mustache hairs, and I kind of missed a little bit, and I cut a divot into my mustache, which resulted in me having to shave everything. The hair just naturally falls off the top of the head, so that one wasn't so hard, but like everything else, like I'm kind of sad. But yeah, thanks, Chris.
Anytime, buddy.
I had some announcements that I wanted to go through. Do I still have that up on my phone? One of our sister Starfinder channels that we have had solid relationships with in the past, Cosmic Crit, has where is it? It's they have their convention.
CritterCon?
I think it's called CritterCon, and it's CritterCon 3. I'm just looking for the deets. They just sent it over Discord. So yeah, they also have a Discord if you want to join that. Of course, I can't find it now. Let me just see if I can quickly Google it. The only reason why I'm bringing it up now is because this is not coming up with anything. They're doing an open call for GMs for Starfinder to help raise money for Doctors Without Borders, and I'd like to pitch it, but I can't seem to find where I put their information because I am the worst. Hold
Got
on.
that
Oh,
right.
that's Patrick.
Oh,
I guess that
oh
was
yeah,
Patrick.
no, you did. Yeah, you got that wrong.
My bad. Hold on. Here we go. That's a tag. That's not the tag. I'm on their Discord now. All right. It is April 17th through April 19th of this year. It is CritterCon 3, run by the Cosmic Crit podcast. It also looks like they're going to be at PAX East 2020. Definitely recommend shouting them out. But yeah, head out their Discord in the Docking Bay 94, nice Star Wars reference area. And then they talk about how there's an open call. Let me see if I can just click on this link. Looks like it's from their Twitter too, which isn't a bad idea. And again, the reason why I'm pitching it is because it's an opportunity to both GM Starfinder. There's no requirements. If you've never GM'd before, but you want to do so, they're open for everyone, and it would be a good learning experience, and it's for a good cause. Find Cosmic Crit on Twitter. I'm assuming it's at Cosmic Crit.
That is correct.
Yeah, so at Cosmic Crit, they've got the open call there, and again, it's a really cool cause. They've done charity events in the past, and they're a really solid Starfinder channel. As far as Starfinder is concerned, probably better than. It's fine. I like our
We
cast
make
and our
the rules
story,
here.
but the Starfinder aspect, we've kind of homebrewed. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, all right. Did I have anything else for announcements? I feel like I am missing something. Oh, next week. Next week we are doing, and I forgot to ask the guys before in the pre-stream. We're going to be doing the test for henchmen. I'll be there, and who else can I get from the crew to show up for henchmen?
Yeah, me.
That's two.
It
You
might be
had
available.
me, but then you lost me.
You're not able to do next week.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What's going on next week?
Nick's like nothing.
I don't want to do it.
No, I would like to do it, but it's personal, so I
All right.
can't say it over the air.
Patrick, you down to be a henchman? Okay. Michael, you down to be a
All
henchman?
right.
It's a maybe.
Nope, no maybes. Fuck you.
Okay.
Chris, you a henchman?
Yeah, bring it on.
Cool. So I got two players. I need one more. This is an open call to any of our viewers tonight. If you would like to be a part of the hench test next week, next Tuesday, same place, same time, hit us up in Discord. Remember, you can find that at bit.ly/never Discord. It is super easy to make an account, and all you got to do is ping in any of the message boards at me, and you'll be good. If I can get more than one, that's cool. I won't take more than two, though. And what we're doing, if you're not familiar, Justin and I have been putting together a one-page RPG, which right now is all over the place. It's not one page, and the rules are really amorphous. But we want to do some like actual real-life testing before we make any more decisions. So please join. It's going to be a pure play test, and it's going to be mostly goofy. It's about as much as I can promise. I can't promise good, but I can promise goofy.
And that would also be open to any listeners that might be listening as well.
Also true.
If
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
if you're quick
yeah.
enough,
And-
if you're quick enough, which it'll be a couple days after we record this, so you might not have
Maybe
time. But
say-
try anyway. Try anyway.
Say the exact date so they know what.
Yeah. So that would be
deadline is.
today's the two.
I believe it's
Today's the
third.
25th, so
Yeah,
it
the
would
third.
be
March
on
3rd.
March 3rd. Yeah,
Oh,
March.
that's when
The
it starts,
28th
yeah.
is when this should be posted.
Yes,
is what he was saying.
this will be
I
posted
won't-
on the
the
27th.
audio folks know when it's posted because they'll be listening to it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're good with this stuff.
Yeah, feel free to hit us up, and even if we, for my audio folks, because it's very likely you'll be a little bit later on. If I, for some reason, fill up this playtest, we will have sequential playtests, and frankly, I wouldn't mind doing an entirely Never Split the Party playtest because that's
Yeah.
who we'd like to eventually play it. So I'll put you on for the second batch of playtesters. So please,
And he doesn't like us.
What happened?
They said, and you don't like us.
Well, that's true too. I might like you better and replace the Never Split the Party crew with new people. That'd be fine. I tried replacing you guys with Britt, but she was done. She was sick of me as GM already. She knew.
I thought you said with bread, and I was like, all right, yeah.
Justin,
Are you trying to say that we're
issues. Yeah, I
better?
see that. I get it. Bread.
A piece of
No.
bread's better than us.
I freaking love bread better than you guys. Bread's amazing. You ever been to the
I
Olive
love bread
Garden?
too, I
Infinite
can't eat it.
breadsticks all over my face, in and around my mouth. Let's do it. All right. I'm going to go with that's probably all the announcements I had. I swear I've got something else, but it is just slipping my mind, per usual. All right. Last
Went
time
out
on
with
Dragon
your
Ball
hair.
Z, we had they got through the traps. They got to a trap that they couldn't get out of, and they were saved by the German-sounding scientist, which thankfully Patrick took over because it was in truth Rai in disguise. Ray Shorin has been in an undercover
Hello.
position. How much did we cover in the episode? Actually, should we do this in character? I can't recall.
Pretty sure we went over a bit of it.
Okay,
I
then
think
I'll
we
just
went
breeze
over
through it.
most of it.
Rai was called. So there was This is before the assault on Oda Shen. Rai was going to show up at a kind of concert thing as a distraction, advertising Rai's presence, to try and pull the security forces away from Oda Shen's party she was throwing. That was successful, all that fun stuff. And then, as far as the party knew, the Rai was captured at this concert, brought to the party, and then summarily executed, basically, mostly because the party left him to die.
Yes.
Turns out, Rai, before ever setting foot on stage for that concert, had been called away by the Vermilion Blur to go on an undercover mission that was time sensitive. They were replacing a scientist transfer at a Blue Star Corporation R&D facility. Being time sensitive and secret, no one was told. It was only really the Vermilion Blur, Rai, and a handful of others in the resistance movement that knew. And Rai had no idea that his protege was expired,
Still doesn't.
which is kind of where we were at the end of last episode. So Rai, again, hasn't been dead. He's been doing this, and for the most part, we had this plan. If you listen to the after party, we'll talk about kind of where we were and why this came about and all that fun stuff. So definitely check that out on YouTube. Some good stuff. I don't think I had anything else relevant to go over for recap. So I'll go ahead and kick this off right now. You guys are currently the crew of the Spirit of Shirket, the face is of the Resistance. You are currently looting the Blue Star R&D facility. This is where some of the original mech designs were created. This is where they've been working on obviously traps and things like that, and it's one of their kind of most secret and well protected R&D facilities. So it's got a lot of good stuff in it. I'm going to kind of jump to the looting bit. Basically, the scientist corpses don't have anything useful other than key cards, which you use to access the back end of the base. In the back end of this pristine white base is a pretty significant sized hangar, enough for a couple of mecha, although currently it only has one that is kind of set up against the wall in a little kind of like loading bay area. I forgot to put that image on Roll20, so I'm going to quickly message it to Justin so he can put it up with his mojo, because I think that's going to be faster than trying to figure out my image quota. 1 second. J-Man.
Gonna cut this. We're gonna cut this.
Stop it.
But are we?
Yeah, I probably
Justin's
will.
pretty good at cutting
We
it.
brought
Unless-
that back. See? Consistency.
Yeah.
All right, there you go, J-Man. Sent it to you in Hangouts.
Yeah.
What you guys see in front of you, you guys have seen the style of mecha before. It is one of the Border Space Union mass-produced grunt units. Ooh, I'm missing letters tonight. One of the Border Space Union mass-produced grunt units. The coloration is different, and the internal specs, when you guys get over to it, it is an enhanced version. This was kind of like the pinnacle of the prototypes before they went with the cheaper mass-produced versions. You guys had the OG prototypes where they're testing all sorts of things, magic on mechs, special weapons on mechs, etc. This is the kind of perfect version where it's got all of the compatibility parts with other mecha weapons, and it's just tuned up. It does move 3 times faster. That's a Gundam reference, and suck it if you don't get it. And if you do get it, good for you. Thanks. Yeah, I guess.
None of us do, because
I know. Shut up.
I got it because you told me.
Oh yeah,
Right.
that one.
You had the opportunity while you were in disguise as Doctor, and you have already calibrated this mecha to read your DNA. This is now Raish Oren's mecha. It doesn't have a name. It's
I call him
designated
Heinrich.
001. Feel free to call it whatever you want.
I like how
Heinrich.
Rye's been like doing some smart technological stuff, as in like programming Rex and getting this to get on. It's like where was that everywhere else?
Well, to be fair, for Rex, he mostly got other people to do it to match his specifications, including Justinian and Notsob. And for this, it was literally, do you want to take command? Yes.
Oh yeah, kind of like how we did it in the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
You already did the
I
thing. It
getcha.
was very
I
simple.
getcha.
It was harder to reset Brawl's mecha, but you were able to do so with the help of the pirates. That's all. I'm actually keeping somewhat canonical with my nonsense. But thank you
Somewhat.
for keeping me honest. Everyone
No,
else,
I just think it's funny because it's like, wait, how did he learn how to program? What?
he
What?
really didn't. Although I know he's been adding some
Yeah,
skills. Rye, do you say anything as you guys walk in and you've got this giant, slightly rose-colored mecha in front of you?
I make a grand gesture towards it, and then look back at the party with just a stupid happy face.
You've got one now too.
Pink, yeah.
I think
Wouldn't
it's a
expect
beautiful,
that.
color.
beautiful.
Oh yeah, I agree. That is nice. I think it
I am
gives a
still
little more
trying
color.
to think of
though.
a name for it. I was thinking Heinrich or Alphonse or
I think you
I'm
should
pretty
name
sure
it
a
after.
captain doesn't drive that.
what?
Captain doesn't drive that. That doesn't, you know, scream
You don't drive it.
captain.
You're-
Pilot.
You pilot it, and I
You
do.
also-
Piloting's driving.
I got to, they let me test it.
It is just for reference because I know our audio folks don't see it and people may not remember. It is 18 meters for you metric folks, or roughly 59 feet high. It is a rather
Oh,
large
not
machine.
69.
No,
Mine's taller. Make it taller.
no.
Make it 69.
I am
About
not
10
doing
feet
this.
taller than that.
It's bigger than it looks.
And it's 420 tons.
It's a grower, not a shower.
All right, moving on from your nonsense.
Oh yeah, and also the side of it beyond just the pink paint job, there are also like flowers and vines on the side. It's real pretty. Looks like one of Rye's old shirts.
Perfect. All right. It looks like you also found how to import images for a custom paint job. I'll allow it.
What?
Copy paste.
I think you should name it the Mega Magnificent Fantabulosa. What you? I mean,
Nope.
it's got flowers on it.
You come
That's
up
a
with
pretty magnificent
the worst
flower.
names.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely the worst names. I'm adding way too many the syllables.
I think it's
The worst.
fantabulous. Honestly, really.
For everyone else, we're now going to go to some fun mecha loot. And I'm going to have you guys roll initiative so I can go over what it is. Now, I haven't pre-selected your random loot that you're getting. I did allow some submissions for this. So your role is basically not a determination of who gets best, just who gets what order that I put this random roll button in. So I guess it doesn't matter. You know what? Screw it. I don't want to do that. Seeker, you're up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was going to save a list of things, but I'm just going to do it live. So first things first, you are able to find. Did everyone request a Mark III upgrade?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why wouldn't we?
You find a display rack of exactly 5 Mark III upgrades, which you roll out.
One of them.
And then you also find and quickly scoop up. This is like the scene in Boondock Saints where they go to get all armed up and they go into this cage area and there's
I need a
just
rope.
everything.
Oh yeah.
Can't forget the
Yeah.
rope, but there's also giant guns on. There's everything in here, but you guys are like quickly grabbing what you can get and getting out of there, and the rest you're giving to the resistance. So this is like what we can carry, like the shopping spree show that I can't remember.
Yeah. I know what you talked about.
Yeah, it's
Supermarket.
sweep. Yeah, that's what it
Yes.
was.
Yep.
You just grab things and you're going, and that's because you guys have kind of some timeline stuff to get out of here.
Sure.
Miller's
Miller's kind of like whistling as he works. Yep, I'll take one of these and one of these. Oh, this will look great on me.
All right, so Seeker, you get the Mark III upgrade, you get an advanced auto beam rifle, and then your random nonsense is Okay, I'm good with this. You get ready for this, Justin?
Yep.
That is 1100. Nope, 11,300 credits. 11300. That's numbers.
Oh.
You find an equal amount of UPBs. You find one book that you, for some reason, grab off the shelves, and it just says holy text.
Is it?
I
an
am
evil book?
definitely going to mess with that later. So just put down book holy text, and I'll decide what religion later.
Guys,
So,
remember
11,000.
remember the last time we got a weird religious book that we totally used immediately?
100%.
This one's gonna be the opposite. This one gets rid of the other book. You put them together, they explode.
Oh.
Yeah, this is Dustin.
Gotcha.
It makes it worse.
Makes everything worse.
Oh yeah.
This last item, or sorry, the next two items. There's one more item. This is okay. I don't know if this. It
Wait,
says
are you still for me?
Yes, for you.
Okay, so I got 11,000. How much? 11. One more time on that?
11300.
11300. Okay.
There's no comma, so I had a hard time
Yep.
figuring out what I was trying to say. Book holy text.
Yep.
That's what it says. And then this one says serum pact worlds. I don't know quite what that means, but it is a level 5 serum, and it can be found in the pact worlds book on page 201. Write that down. For
Oh,
later.
drink it.
And then you got a haze field, which is
Haze
from
field.
also from pact worlds, page 196. All right. Next up, Nick, I have your stuff up. You find a modified, updated Solarian weapon. I don't know more specifics to that, but it is at the appropriate level. Which is to
Perfect.
say, it is over level. It is a level 15 item. I don't have the book in front of me. Sorry.
What book is it?
It's core rule book.
He's just using
Solarian
the core
class
rule book.
page.
Oh, all right, you know what it is. All right.
Yes.
You also
I thought
get-
it was a random.
No, he requested this.
Okay.
You're getting
Because that's how
Hardlight
Dren deals
Series
damage.
Elite Armor, the Mark III Mark III upgrade. I don't care what it is, and a Parallax laser pistol. These are the things you find in like the armory, and then for your random, this is perfect.
Is
you
it
find
Gugon?
you find a lot of credits. You find 33,900 credits.
Oh, that's more credits than I got.
Nice. A
One
33
sleeping bag
Oh,
and
he's
one
gonna use
scope
that.
for a sniper rifle from the armory. Page 59.
For some reason, that disappears later.
Well,
this
no,
sleeping bag
I'm
next to-
straight up gonna give it to 0. I don't want to get on his bad side.
Rye, this is for you. As you go through things, you've probably tagged some of these ahead of time.
Yeah, that's already on my sheet.
You got a Mark III upgrade. You're grabbing a Paragon pistol and a swarm suit set of armor. I don't know much about that, but that's fine. And then for your random nonsense, yikes. Okay. You find 56,500 credits.
Oh,
Wow.
Jeez.
So the way credits are handled is they're on little cards. They're like just basically like kind of like USB credit cards. So it's not like you just found a pile. You just found the one that had a bunch of credits on it.
No, it's
Yeah.
like you go into the arcade and you got to redeem it for prizes.
You get one laser drill, which is for the armory, page 99. You get a spell ampule, Mystic Cure, level 1.
Ooh.
That's from the core rulebook, page 224. And you get a scattergun dash vortex. So it's like a shotgun, I believe. And that's from the core rulebook, page 168.
Okay, so I got out of that by the time I got Notepad open. Scattergun Vortex, page 168.
Yeah, that's all you got.
Dustin, if you have that, just literally send it to him in Hangouts.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. Hold on.
thank you.
You should probably just do that with all of us.
Well, it's too late. I already moved
No,
the other
I've
ones.
updated my
Yeah.
sheet.
Yeah, I'm doing this as like random rolls, and then I just keep going over it. But I will take a screenshot for Patrick because Patrick's useless.
Thank you.
Could someone do the command in chat, please?
No.
Exclamation point Patrick for our
No.
viewers or listeners.
No.
No, Rye. Sorry, exclamation point Rye. I don't
Yeah,
think I
because
was
Rye's
doing
still
Patrick.
dead. And,
Oh wait, did you
Exclamation
add?
point Patrick returns
Did you add something?
Did I?
Oh, Chris's sheet.
Well,
Oh,
no,
he
it said
did. Oh, I didn't fix that. He's
Oh,
not dead anymore. Sorry, guys.
supernatural.
It's
Okay.
worse. Thank you, Shadow. You got my back.
I meant that Patrick's the oldest and the worst. I
Did
didn't
it say
remember.
the oldest?
I didn't remember it saying the oldest.
yeah, yeah.
Exclamation point Patrick came up with Chris's character for
Wait, Michael, aren't you
Supernatural,
older than
so-
me?
No,
No,
you're
Michael's not
45.
42. Get off his back.
Fuck.
All right, Chris, you're up.
Yep, all right.
Miller finds a Brigadine Mark V vest, obviously the Mark III upgrade from the rack that Seeker passed around, and your random loot. Give me 1 second while I find a better. Wow. Okay. Some of these are garbage. Do I want to do this to you? I'm gonna copy this item because it's hilarious, but I'm gonna roll one more time for you. Sorry.
One more.
These are all garbage. It's giving him one item. You guys all got 6 items on there, and it's giving me one. Like exit pod. I don't freaking want that. Wow, this is really cutting the crap on you. It's not even giving you any credits. Hold on, I'm gonna refresh the page. I must have seeded it weirdly.
Miller doesn't need credits where he's going.
No,
I
it
mean,
really
I don't know
doesn't
what
like
that's
you.
supposed to mean, but do with that.
All
what
right,
you
I
will.
got a set for you.
Okay.
You got 56,500 credits. A glass cutter Mark II from the Armory, page 129. An antiemetic tier 3. I do not know what that is.
Can you spell
That
that?
is Armory, page 133, and it's level 10 if it matters.
Can you spell that?
Antiemetic, all one word. Antiemetic.
And you said it's armory?
Yeah, Armory, page 133. You also got 2 more items. You got a Fusion Seal Ghost Killer,
Ooh.
level 15. And that's a core rulebook, page 191. And
Zero's offended.
you've got Deflected Reinforcement, CRB 204. And this other item that I found that I want you to have just because it looks fun. You got a figurine of wondrous power, parenthetical, Bloodstone Blood Brother, which is Armory, page 111.
Flashback to previous episodes.
So before that, you said a deflective something,
Deflective Reinforcement,
and that was on.
CRB 204. All right, and then did I get everyone?
Zero.
Well, why isn't? Oh,
He
because you
gets
actually did
nothing. He's
Michael
already
did his on
impossible to beat.
time, so he's further down my hangouts. Michael, you found the aforementioned Mark III personal upgrade, a semi-automatic Paragon pistol, and a Hard Light Series Elite armor. And let me do a quick check to what else you got. That's kind of garbage again. Jesus. These are like wild. I set this to be level 15 stuff, and it's just not. Like that one gave you aerosol spray. That's literally what was the only thing on there.
Is my sleeping bag level 15?
No, your sleeping bag's level 1. I don't think
Walmart.
this is going to be super useful for you, but I think you got what you needed for the most part anyways. So Zero, you got 56,500 credits. 22,600 UPBs. So again, universal polymer bases. It's for crafting. And you got an Arc Lord's Rod Mark II, which is it looks like it's from the Dead Sons campaign book, page 50. But if you actually do a quick Google for Arc Lord's Rod, it'll show you in one of the Starfinder web pages. I looked it up earlier. And I don't know what this last item is, but it's called a subdermal extractor, and it's from the Armory, page 99.
Sounds like a tattoo removal.
I couldn't tell you. This is basically all the kit you guys are able to grab before you head back to the Spirit of Shirket. Before you leave, is there anything you guys want to do in this lab?
Wonder how. So did we like call our ship? Because I'm pretty sure we came on a different ship.
I thought it was disguised. Am I wrong?
I thought you said if we go anywhere near on the spirit.
Right. Because
Yep.
this is Blue Star. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't recall what you're riding. You go back to the ship and you are ready to take it back to the Diaspora where the Resistance has the rest of your stuff. I've got nothing in between then and there, so if you guys are good, we can kind of move on forward to the next bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than I would like to talk to Zero real quick before we head on to wherever it is that we're going for the black box stuff.
I'm going to say that you guys leave the lab. You put out a signal that it's all clear for the Resistance to come clear out. And then you guys head out back to the Diaspora. I think it was a couple days travel by drift. You get back to the Spirit of Shirket. You figure out stuff with the pirates to kind of hold while you guys go for a slight side mission because it's time to follow the coordinates on the black boxes Zero's put together. So as you are setting up, Seeker, go ahead and approach Zero. I assume you're trying to catch Zero alone?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really need to be alone, but I just... can I talk to you for a second, Zero?
Sure. What's wrong?
I
I
just
assume you had worry.
yeah,
it sounds like.
I basically just want to say that I trust you, and I know that I believe I've said this before, but I know you're a different person than Nat 2.0, and I really just hope that if worse comes to worse, you make the right decision here about Nat 2.0. I don't know how much we can stop him, honestly. I couldn't stop him at full power. I don't know if I could stop him now as I am. But I just wanted you to know that I do trust you as a friend through all this.
My intention is purely to figure out exactly who I was, not to become who I was.
Good. Yes, I'm really happy to hear that. That's that really honestly makes me feel a lot better. And I hope that we don't have to see him again. No.
I don't normally try to bring chat into our normal stream, but Steve in chat, unless who I was awesome, in which case,
I'll allow it.
yeah, also true. I will allow it. That's hilarious.
So actually, something I'd like to do is find Miller at some point. Again, doesn't matter if he's alone.
Sure.
Miller, before we head to
Yep.
what was the planet? I assume we know what planet.
Nocturne.
All right. So before we head to Octurne, based on everything Seeker's been saying, Nat 2.0 is probably someone dangerous, and he might have things set up to integrate, say, with this body. Maybe before we head there, we should try to come up with a way to counter anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
More or less, I was thinking something along the lines of, if something's going to try and say download into zero, basically put like a firewall in between us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I spend some time? Do we have how many days, weeks, whatever do we have to leading up?
It's in-system travel from Diaspora to Octurne, so it'll take a couple days, but I think it's a D4 roll for things in near space.
Well, can we spend the time creating a firewall?
Or even potentially something similar to what is it, NAT 3?
I could help as well.
I was gonna only find Miller just because I assumed there's a chance of capturing him with Miller's help, whereas if we caught him with Seeker, it would be instant destruction.
That seems like a fair thing that Zero would probably do. That's
fair.
Yeah.
And obviously I am trying to keep him in something, say, where he can't actually do harm. But Zero doesn't actually have a true opinion of NAT 2.0 yet, other than he's assumed to be dangerous. Isn't in I want to just destroy him mode.
All right. So yeah, we could absolutely do that.
In terms of that, I don't know exactly what you'd want to do. I mean, I can give you like a static. Basically,
will save or something.
Basically, you can give him like a one-time use, but like when instead of one-time use, it's like the first time use, like sort of block, or I should say, let's call it like spell resistance. You get a one-time use spell resistance on something mind effy from really anything right now. It's not something you can sustain because, side note, we would totally break the game if we broke that. We'd basically be able to erase any will checks, yet, etc. But I will say you guys have the time. You kind of know what you're looking to avoid. You can go through NAT or NAT 3 as like examples of how some of the control's been done. And spell resistance works as that it basically makes you have to hit something to have the spell effect. So you'll have.
How about this?
Yeah, please.
I get a free override on them because override is a mechanic ability.
Can you explain what that
class,
does?
Yep, you overload class feature now affects androids, drones, robots, and creatures with technological subtype, which they must succeed a will saving throw of 10 plus happen level plus intelligence modifier or be dazed for a round. So basically, the way I see it is I see Zero being taken over. I go overload. He has to make a will save. If he doesn't, then it dazes him. So it kind of interrupts the.
I like it. We'll have it as a one-time use, though. This is, again, I don't want to go too far deep into permanent changes for characters, but in terms of like a preparatory measure, I think a safety overload works perfectly fine, and I appreciate that you connected it back to the class. So yes, I'm all for it. Is that acceptable, Zero?
Yeah, I was looking for any type of assurance we can make.
Basically, this is a one-off insurance, and it technically gives Miller the ability to delay if for some reason he feels like it could be used better later, I guess. All right. Anything else as you guys are prepping up for this trip?
Negative.
All right. As you guys are about to depart over the comm, you guys are boarding up onto your ship. Dustinian, the big-haired, handsome, obviously, sweet-talking, mostly, open chest pirate, reaches out to you guys. Oi! Before you all go, we just wanted to let you know we got the parts you brought in. We were able to get through the lab, and your mecha are going to be all set up. When you get back, we'll be ready to rumble.
Oh, did you notice who we found? I remember you being quite shaken up about his original thought about him passing. Unless you were acting or something. I mean,
we don't act. Thank you very much. However, he didn't even write me. No one plays with my affections like that. Welcome back, you shite.
Glorious day.
Now that Rex model of yours, I don't know. Boy, do you all happen to have that Roy programming, stashed anywhere?
Oh, we have the mask still too.
That I'll take.
Oh no!
What is that?
I offered to help him make it look much better, but Rex did not allow me to touch it.
We kind of like the lifeless look.
You know what? We did too for a while.
Family-friendly show again.
That
guys.
was a slow burn.
I blame Ben for that.
I heard that. I processed it slowly.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, and Ben did make a really awful joke. I won't repeat. Ben, a friend off stream, or in our Pathfinder stream from way back when. We'll let you guys go now, but good luck out there, and we'll be ready for you when you get back. Time for the big brouhaha.
Hopefully, we'll make sure Rye comes back this time.
You guys are having a party for me?
We don't care. All right.
Nice.
What
like
Destiny was talking about is that they were able to grab some additional loadout for your mecha, so they will now have weapons when we do our kind of final mecha battle. Miller, your mecha is being set up with the heavy arms loadout. It basically looks like they're stapling a bunch of missiles on top of missiles. For the record, I am not going to be updating the mecha art. The tokens don't really show much anyways. But for the mecha art, I don't want to go and harass Rusted Chrome to do a bunch of new additions.
We got 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not looking to do that to him. Although all of our art comes from Rusted Chrome, and we'll show it again when we go into the mecha battle. But Mill, you're getting the heavy arms loadout, and if you wanted like a Gundam reference, Google heavy arms Gundam. Seeker,
It's
you're
pretty
getting
sweet.
the energy thief loadout added to your mecha. This basically looks kind of like claws that will stay retracted over the mecha's arm, but when you get into a melee attack, like you actually physically touch another mecha, they'll clamp in and drain energy, and it'll restore spell slots, which is useful because your mecha is all about expending spell slots to do, bogus attacks. Dren, you're getting the 7 swords loadout. You've got just a boatload of different type of swords so that you can use melee, you can throw them. You got kind of a lot of options there.
Nice.
And if you needed a reference, my listeners or viewers, look up. I can't remember what the actual model is in 00 Gundam, but 7 swords 00 should get you what you're looking at. Zero, you're getting the sniper loadout, which comes with like a shoulder armor. It comes out with a I think your mech already had a unit eye, so it has like an enhancement for that, and a really baller massive sniper rifle. And for reference, look up Gundam Dynarms, Dynarmes, for
And
reference.
is it the mobile shield that it had?
Let me double check what you're talking about. I only watched the first season
What-
of 00,
What's
so
that
I don't
anime?
know.
It's a recent
So-
one that's just like a gun dude.
So do you know the bits in Gundam?
Yes, I of course
It's
know guns
those,
like-
but they're shield bits. So they literally move around in front of the thing, prevent things from hitting it.
I don't know why Google's not giving it to me. I must have spelled it terribly wrong. So you guys are all gonna get something like that. So yes, but I'll get it to it in the end. Rye, you're getting the Minesweeper loadout, which is basically just a giant grenade launcher, which has slightly heat-seeking grenades or mines that will attach to the enemy, and I'll actually allow you to detonate them whenever you want. So as long as you hit them, it'll go live, and you'll be able to detonate at the choice of whatever time you choose, including midway through their action if you so choose.
Sounds good.
Everyone gets a whatever version they want it to look like, version of a shield. Doesn't have to be something you carry, but basically you get one. Well, again, floating shield for Zero. An actual physical shield for Dren if he wants to go, sword and shield. I don't care what it looks like, but it means that you get one free hit that does no actual damage to you. Everything after, we're going to use that same mechanic we did last time, where you take a hit, you lose a random limb, which affects your combat efficacy.
Does the shield have to be active for the first hit?
No, no. I'll allow you to use it as you want, I suppose.
Cool.
Yes, I'll allow that. You can say I'm trying to get my shield in front of it. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. I don't know why you wouldn't do it first, but that's on you.
Because
right.
we know that you're going to throw a nuke at us, so use a shield.
Nah, I think you guys are basically the nuke at this point.
Yeah, but
right.
it's not like we take massive damage and multiple parts would get hurt.
I'm trying not to do that because it will end the combat super fast. So no, unless Rai detonates one of his mines next to you guys, which
He'll
could
do it.
happen.
He'll probably
That's
do
the
it.
plan.
He'll throw
All right.
grenades and miss.
Screw you all. I have defected.
Space grenades.
I'm suddenly Russian.
Yeah. That's what happens. Go from Turkish to Russian.
Thanks, guys. Now we're gonna get hacked from Russia. Thanks.
Maybe it'll
I was looking for.
Hopefully, we don't have any votes coming up.
Yeah, for us, yeah. Okay. All right. I was trying to find something
Russia was
that's not
VSU
showing
all
up.
along. Blue star, red star, what difference?
Right. Moving on. Stop it. What was I trying to do here? All right. That's it for Mecha. You guys have your new equipment and all that fun stuff. You guys all leveled up to 10 in between the past two episodes. / most of you did it right before this episode started.
2 minutes before we started.
Yeah.
Same thing with
I haven't even
items you wanted.
finished.
Moving on. You guys board the Spirit of Shirket and you hit the drift drive. You guys are heading over to I don't have any of my D4 available. What's that about? I did play D&D this weekend, and I don't know what I did with my dice. Oh,
It's right there.
they're in my
I
other
was
dice
going to
bag.
say, do you want me to just roll one on?
No, it takes you guys literally one day in the drift to get there. I don't remember if it's drift plus something, but you guys managed to get there again. It's near space. It's all within the packed worlds. Octurne itself, it is on the map if Justin wants to move around the map for folks. It is the 10th and farthest celestial body orbiting the sun of the packed world system. It is an inhospitable world with toxic yellow-green atmosphere. Its size constantly swells and contracts, twisting its landscape. And to observers from outside, its appearance is inconsistent due to a global illusion. I don't know if that's known or not. That's not clear. The space surrounding it. So as you guys are approaching the planet itself, you're passing by wrecks of starships, which were supposedly sent by other planets to cleanse Octurne during the gap at some point. No one's really clear what happened there, but there's just a whole skeleton army or armada, rather, of spaceships floating around the planet. if you've seen the movie Serenity, it's like the ones surrounding the planet Miranda.
In that case,
fun
is the
fact.
device that I have kind of giving us a clear path in or something?
Yeah. As you get closer to the planet, the connected series of black, like suitcase-sized boxes actually become glossy, or they were already glossy. They show up. They were showing the coordinates. As you get closer, they make a little, bleep noise, and
what
now you're
noise?
getting a chart through this field. It's navigable. Doesn't require crazy amounts. But as you get closer to the planet, it's also dragging you around to a certain point on. So it's not just dead. Coordinates, it is now bringing to a particular point on the planet's surface. You fly over barren, dead landscape, and you eventually arrive at a trench. It is just big enough for your ship to kind of fit through more or less comfortably. And eventually you come at a deep curve in this trench. There appears to be a cave entrance, and the black boxes are leading you towards this cave entrance. You land. I assume you guys all throw on some oxygen or some environmental suits, pop out, and you head to the cave.
Yeah.
Shua.
You're
Dude.
going to leave your B team watching the ship or coming with you?
Oh, they're watching the ship, right?
Yeah, we don't want Zero to just turn on us and then murder them.
Okay.
So
So you
That would be on the way out.
you leave
Yeah.
Stevenson. Yeah.
they didn't make it, guys. Let's go back.
You
keep it
leave
running.
Stevenson. You leave Ferences, your child ward,
I thought
and
Francis was on.
Sobernot.
Sobernaut. What the hell's the dwarf's name? Terry?
Terry, yep.
Yeah.
All right. So you leave Sobernaut and Terry behind. They are manning the ship in your absence, and because Octurne is a relatively hostile planet, you guys are prepared to kind of bounce as necessary. Basically they're keeping the engine running for you. As you exit the ship, it's disgusting. This place is gross. No one lives on the surface. If anyone lives on this planet, they live underground. They're all hipsters. Justin,
we
this is your
find Pat
planet.
there.
My planet.
I'm just messing with you.
Pat
like
and Justin are the same.
Patrick's
people.
Are you
planet.
sure this isn't the meat planet?
This is not the Meat Planet 2.0.
the meat dimension.
I did like the Meat Planet though, so that might make a comeback later. As you guys approach the cave, you kind of Seeker, I don't want to speak for you, but do you do the thing?
What?
Do you detect magic?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I would guess I would be detecting magic. Yeah.
You're
Now-
entering
now
a
you-
cave
now that you
associated with
ask.
NAT 2.0.
Yeah, probably then. Yeah.
And for anyone who doesn't remember who NAT 2.0 is, NAT 2.0 is from the same model line as Seeker, who is the original NAT 1.0. NAT 2.0 is the final model, and he came after 19 models were made previous, and he's the official second version update perfected model. He was an assassin built by the Cosmos Assassin Organization, which we haven't gotten into. It's shadowy, not relevant to our campaign, or at least not directly relevant. And it produced this line of androids as assassin models. Nat 2.0 was extremely good at what he did, and then he went rogue and took on the mantle of kind of bioterrorist, where anytime an android was even remotely perceived as being abused, used, or in any way mistreated, there was some sort of violent act undertaken, usually of explosive nature, killing anyone in the vicinity, with no distinction given to people offending, people involved with the androids, women, children. It was, this happened. This is a known area. The entire area is now gone.
He even used unwilling androids as living bombs.
That is true. He did reprogram and reutilize martyr androids. This might seem as kind of hypocritical. It was. That's it. It just was. There was an efficient way to get into these android using things and get these weapons in. Some of them were biological weapons. I believe that's what Seekers was that he had to deal with. Most of them were explosive in nature and did the most amount of damage to bioorganic creatures as possible.
Well,
Wait,
extremists
I had to
aren't
deal with what?
often known for their logic or concern.
this definitely Nat 2.0 was not. 2.0 is good at killing things. Being a good person wasn't on the roster.
As a
So
refresher, he used the wrong android as a bomb, and that got Seeker pissed. Not that Seeker wasn't already angry about what he was doing, but that's all right.
yeah, there was a bit of a. It's all backstory. This isn't stuff that we saw on screen. This is kind of preemptive to Seeker's character creation,
Talked
all that
about it a
fun
little
stuff.
bit.
But yeah, I think a young android that Seeker had befriended was used in one of these attacks by Nat 2.0, which is what put Seeker on the warpath. Which is where we get the Seeker persona was used to kind of go deep undercover.
In the backstory, I don't know. Was it done on purpose?
Which one? Using the androids?
Using the Seeker's friend android.
Oh.
I don't even know that, actually.
We're about to find out this episode of Starfinder.
It is
I
now that I
haven't
said it
been-
out loud.
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't that mean or cruel, but because it's
It was
potentially
Mike's
related
idea,
to your
it
character and it came out of your mouth, yes, yes, it was.
Oh, okay.
It was a big dig at the OG model because the OG
All
model
right.
was for a long time considered the pinnacle. Seeker got a lot of different things put in with magic. Magic was a hard thing to replicate. So yeah, I actually think Seeker would have been the target. Again,
I was
then
gonna
Nat
say,
1.0.
assuming they hated each other,
Mhm.
then I feel like
Nat 1.
Yeah.
assuming Nat 2.0 actually did hate Seeker, then I'm sure it would have.
Opposite ends of the spectrum, man.
Again,
One
I
is
didn't
20.
originally plan for that. I wasn't planning on it being a personal thing, mostly casual accident. However, I like that better. Yeah.
Mm.
That also makes it a little bit more logical for Seeker to be
Yep.
on the warpath with a vengeance, I guess.
The way I look at it, Seeker probably was, or not Seeker, Nat 1, Nat Prime was probably, he agreed that the way androids are being treated was bad, but did not agree with using, as much force as Nat 2.0
Could
did.
Nick make a comment about maybe us finding this out in character and not
Yes.
like an after
Yes,
party
yes.
type setting?
This all originally came
Yeah.
out in characters. Well, except for the other stuff. That I'll work that in. Shut up.
Also, just as a side note, during the travels, I would probably have, or I definitely would have had Miller transfer Nate from the gun I had him carrying for over to the new Paragon.
Okay, and are you bringing Nate with you? I guess is my bigger question.
Hell yeah!
Okay.
I bring Nate everywhere. He and I are buds.
Oh, that's
now.
a bad idea bringing him in here with this other. Nope.
He's on my gun.
Seeker don't like that one. Seeker don't like that at all. You think
Better
that,
question.
Ryan doesn't care.
Roll a perception check to see if you notice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, give me a perception check to see if you'd notice. And Rye, are you doing this in secret or not?
He said have Miller transfer,
Well,
right?
I would have asked Miller.
Well, Miller was holding it.
Yeah, which he would have given back because I wasn't dead.
Would I?
Yes.
17.
Would
I
I?
got.
Yes. So I'd have you transfer it over to the other gun. I probably wouldn't think to tell anybody. I would assume they'd know that Nate.
Then a 17
goes
is
with
good
me.
enough. Seeker, you are
No,
aware.
but-
Please approach Rye.
Well, I mean, what would the roll be against?
Well, I was giving it if you didn't have any reason to hide it. I gave it my usual medium, low, whatever roll,
Oh well,
which is a
he'd
15.
still be on my holster. That doesn't matter. Fine, that's fine. I don't care.
Miller mentions it in conversation. Whatever. Seeker's
Yeah, that's
perception
fine.
is enough that he's
would be
aware.
fine.
So yeah,
Okay.
please have that combo, Seeker.
Rye, are you bringing Nat? Are you bringing Nate with us?
Yes,
Why?
because he comes with.
You know we're going to possibly confront some aspect of Nat 2.0, correct?
Okay.
And keeping the Nats kind of away, especially Nate, who wants to get
We
out.
have had. Ein, zwei, try. Is that German for three?
I think it is.
You're the German
Did
one.
I?
Dry.
Did I?
We've had dry.
I cannot.
Nats on our ship for the past. I don't know how long.
Yes, but I cannot even count how many different ways I think that Nat 2.0 could get a hold of Nate or take
I
over
am
him.
very
or
much aware that
either
you
way,
cannot
whatever.
count.
I just really don't think that's a good idea.
Noted.
And I do not want you to bring that and leave him here now. Leave him here now. Just put it down.
You are so cute. The little one with the anger.
Nanobots start going around my hands. Leave
That's
it
fine.
now.
No. And I leave.
Nobody else helping?
He's got a very different personality since he's been back.
You have
I just
no idea
assumed I
the
wasn't
things
there.
I have seen before I took over. They made me watch all these films.
Can I try
everything.
to take it from him?
No.
You can roll initiative, and we can go into combat.
Oh my god.
Um,
Well, time to kill Rye.
No, let's do it. Make it
Again.
done. Patrick, not that I care, but your chin is mostly covered by your name tag on screen. It's real.
Yeah, I know.
Does anybody else think this is a bad idea?
I would not like to die from these robot assassins. So,
Does anybody else? Okay, so Dren, you agree with me?
yes.
Zero Miller, do you think this is a great idea to bring NAT 3 with us, Nate?
I mean, it has 0 access outside.
And
Its insight could be useful.
and I mean,
Thank you.
even I can crush a gun.
True, but I'm just saying we don't know the actual state that Nat 2.0
I will
is in.
settle
This
this.
is a bad
Nate, do you
idea.
promise to behave? Yes, I do. See? He's fine. At some point,
If
this
we all
makes sense.
die, I'm blaming it on you, Rye,
Nate
and I'm
does
gonna
chime
kill
in if you
myself.
unmute him.
Oh, yeah, I unmute him.
Siki, baby, I think we can make a compromise here. How about you hold me?
No.
I don't like the sound of that either.
Oh, okay, all right, hold on. All right, I'll stop joking around. Come on, okay, thank you. Listen, I might want to become more corporeal than I am now. Yes, I may want to desperately escape this confine I've been in for an excessively long time. Of course,
You have moved 3 times.
Better than
Each
being
house bigger than
dead.
the last.
touche. I do not want to go toe to toe with Nat 2.0. That dude's a goddamn psychopath. God's damned psychopath.
He rhymes. My gun. He rhymes.
So he's asking to stay on the ship. That's what that sounds like to me.
Well,
We can
if I
leave him
had
with
the opportunity to
Ferences.
take him down, I wouldn't say no. I think you might need me, because if this dude exists as data, like I do, I might be the only one that can actually take him on. Says the gun.
Yeah.
Do I have a gun on me?
Does the gun have a USB port?
Says
Have
the
you
gun.
heard of Control Alt Delete?
There we go. The chatty,
like an
rooty
AT.
tooty point and shooty, he comes with us.
Fine. I don't know why you're so insistent on bringing him everywhere you go when it's
I don't know why you still think you can
sometimes
tell
a
me what
bad
to do.
idea. Because you don't know what you're dealing with. You have no clue. You have no idea, you stupid idiot. What the hell is going through your mind? We're going to fight or deal with one of the most powerful beings I've ever known.
Yes,
and you're
and
like,
I'm
oh,
walking
yeah,
in
let's
with
bring
a
that with
voice
us. That's a great
box.
idea. I have a stupid accent now because my name is Ryan. That's what you sound like,
That is not
That's what you
what I
sound like,
You
Ryan.
take it back.
Never.
I appreciate that the stress of confronting Nat 2.0 has actually short-circuited Seeker. It's perfect.
I'm just sick of him always bringing Nate everywhere when it might not be a great idea.
You hear that, Shooty? He's jealous of you. He is jealous of a voice box.
In your ear, Nate whispers, "He's kind of right, man. This is weird."
Mute.
Well, I was going to try to keep Rye alive this time, but I don't know anymore. No.
What do you
joke.
mean this time?
What? Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Wait, you mean nobody?
All right, everybody. We should probably break this up. Rye, your friend is dead. All right, let's move on.
Nikolai! No!
I hate you.
By the way, all of this conversation is officially on the planet's surface.
Oh,
We lost
Oh,
Dustin.
Goodbye,
good.
Dustin.
Yeah!
most useful he's
Party
been.
wins.
Print screen.
Guys,
Credits.
that's the end of Starfinder. Thanks for joining us for the
Hope everyone enjoyed.
campaign.
Turns out, NAT 2.0 was just an argument.
Yeah.
No,
Nat
NAT 2.0
2.0
is
with Zoom.
NAT
was in our hearts all
2.0
the
is NAT 2.0 is stronger than a GM.
Have you seen
No,
our
no, no,
GM?
guys, it's the Russians.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah.
oh, right. They attacked us. Yeah.
Literally, like anything is stronger than our GM.
I got his face. I got his stupid face.
The real Nat 2.0 was in our hearts the whole time.
It's
Oh,
the
he's gone.
friends we made
And
along
And
the
he's
way.
gone.
Oh no, actually could be
Oh.
worse.
Well, technically, he was at least one friend that we've made along the way.
I'm 0 now.
As far as I'm concerned.
Here you go, guys. Here.
Oh,
Hello.
Dustin's back.
Ah, we got him.
Hey.
Just in time. I guess I
Alright.
got to.
Patrick, mute your video.
Mute my video.
Did I stutter?
No, you just talk dumb.
All right.
All right, sorry guys. Like I said, ever since I plugged in Nick's mic that one time, my computer just resets sometimes. That's what happened. I don't know how to fix
And
it.
don't let Nick ever give you stuff.
Nick,
because we
Chris,
learned
why
to-
are you
I tried to be
screenshotting me?
helpful.
Because I do it every time.
All right. Are we in the right spots, J-Man?
Yeah, we good.
All right. Thank you for the quick fix. All right. You guys are actually having this discussion out on the surface of Octurne, and you're all wearing oversized environmental suits. It looks ridiculous.
It does. It absolutely does.
right.
Well, specifically, two people look ridiculous.
You're right. Are you guys good with all your discussions?
Yeah.
All right. You
Yes.
move to approach the cave as the boxes that you're holding, Zero, are leading you to. And as you approach the cavern's mouth, a little pulse of light comes from the boxes, and the cave fades away as if it was a magic illusion, because it was a magic illusion. And it's replaced by doors set into the wall. These are metal, huge doors that just go into the trench. And it seems to go underground further. So it looks like you do have some sort of access. There is a logo on it. I don't think I ever gave it to you guys, but it's supposed to be like a little miniature version of the Pact Worlds map kind of thing, where it's got the planets. I think the 10 planets lined up. And there's just like a line through them. Not exactly like that. They're kind of lined up a little bit more organically. And then there's a line through them, and it's the logo for Cosmos, which is the assassin organization that created the androids, and that technically Seeker and NAT 2.0 were a part of. As you guys approach the door, there's no obvious handle, but when Zero gets closer with the boxes, a line appears in the middle of the door, a faint crack, and then they begin to pull away. Could I have everyone go ahead and make me a will save, please?
Oh, but Will's my worst one.
That's my best one.
It's always.
I did.
All right, it's gonna be this +4. Oh, great! I'm starting off with a nat 1.
Ooh, I got an 11.
A 15.
So I have that many.
24.
26.
All right, the last two, the only two that make the save. It was a DC 19 check.
Ugh.
Everyone
suck
who
it.
fails becomes overwhelmed with listlessness and ennui. While under this effect, you take a -4 penalty to will saving throws, and you will not, well, I won't cover that. Some other things will happen later, depending.
Congratulations,
boy.
guys. You now work IT.
Ain't that the truth?
You feel strangely drawn to this place. That is what I will say for that. That's it. You feel depressed, morbid. your mood has dropped significantly, and
Guys, my mood has dropped significantly.
You know, Roy, I don't really care anymore. You can bring Nate where. I don't care.
Are
We're all
me
gonna
and,
die anyway.
I'm also.
so I think it was only me and Rye that passed.
It
So
was.
did we realized something happened?
I'm gonna say no.
I would imagine it might be a little alarming that I suddenly decide to say, "Hey, okay, bring Nate along."
I think it's obvious enough that your companions have had some physical changes. Yes.
Is Nick drinking alcohol?
It is.
Cares.
What do you say?
Oh, actually, that's something we need to address. His addiction.
Oh,
It's been a day.
Oh, yeah. Did you have the save for that?
I could give him more when we got to the ship.
It's up
Is
to you.
Seeker now just a drug dealer?
Basically.
Yeah.
Good.
He's like one of the shitty ones where it's like he's not even the guy who manufactures it. He's the drug dealer who buys it from Mister. Is it?
I'm not even charging him.
Mister, yeah.
I even charge Nick, so you know.
I
or
still don't
tried.
think Seeker's actually bought any. I think it was just given to him to get him too addicted, so he.
Yeah.
started
That
buying.
was
First
what it
one's
was.
free.
All right, and this was I forget. Was this a Constitution track?
It was
It
both
was
strength.
Constitution and Strength, yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, so you have the ability to. Where? How do you shake this?
Vigorously.
Yeah.
Make checks.
In an upwards and downwards motion.
Nicholas.
Gross, Nick.
Grow up.
Family show.
Right?
I
Can you
dislike
believe
how
this
they lay
guy?
out the rules for this. You do need to
I,
make
for
a
one,
save. It is. Where the heck is the save?
To save, you got to do Control S.
No.
See? IT.
It's supposed to be by the specific disease, which I don't remember what it was. We'll call it. Where is this? Jesus. Sure, I'll call it this one. You need to make a fortitude save, I think. DC 17.
I got a 16.
Jeez. You didn't even did you not add a plus from level or something?
Oh, I did.
Oh.
It's a yeah. All right.
my,
So
My
now
fort
you are
bonus is
weakened
9.
unless you take the drug again. Or I should say until you take a drug again. Weakened gives you a -2 penalty to strength, like based ability checks, attack rolls. It's not to strength itself, but any check that requires strength, it's decreased by 2.
Okay.
Although it looks like it's the same exact effect as if you lost 2 strength because you get encumbered easier, etc. And then for Constitution, you now take a -2 penalty on Fortitude saves, Constitution checks, and Constitution-based DCs.
So was that one save for all 3?
For the 2, yeah. And basically, if you make 2 consecutive saves, you're clear. So right now you're weakened in both, and you've got 4 more steps till you dead.
Nice.
But again, Seeker, do you want to slip him a vial of drug that he can take later?
Yeah,
if necessary?
I would give it to him if he comes to me and asks for it.
I guess Dren, do your thing. You're feeling like garbage on top of being depressed as hell.
Yeah, he does have bottles, so he takes it out again, and he goes, Seeker.
Oh yes, Dren.
It's pretty interesting watching him do this because he's in an environmental suit, so it just pours on the ground.
You could I have some more of that what was it, Farsight?
Foresight.
Perfected foresight.
Could I have some more of that Foresight stuff?
It's really probably not great for you.
Oh, I liked it.
I mean, if you liked it, sure, go for it. I would suggest maybe not taking it very often, though.
No,
It's probably a bad idea.
Last time when I took it, I swear I saw like everything.
Oh, yeah, that's what Mister told me that it would do.
So maybe I won't use it right now, but if I need to see everything, I'll I'll use it
Alright.
then.
I mean, it is a combat drug. I mean, it's supposed to be used in combat, so yeah.
I don't think I had that information before.
Oh, well, it is.
It is a combat drug. It is specifically a combat drug. You just took like miniature Captain America super soldier serum for fun,
I mean,
which is the best part.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
So
just,
if you
just go easy on it. I
you
mean,
want to slip me all that you've got, I'll hold on to it.
it's all of it. You want all of it? I don't know if that's a great idea. How did I become the responsible one? What happened?
I just
the
assume
turn
you guys are
tables.
talking to yourselves.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
I
probably
would've-
there.
I mean, yeah, but I kind of assumed Dren walked up to you like
Yeah.
quietly.
I
don't think he would.
As like, you know, secretive as you can be in a close group of like 5
Yeah.
people walking
Oh,
down.
Seeker's really loud, so if you
Safe
overhear it. I mean, you
Alright.
overhear it. But yeah, I'll give Dren at least one. I'll give him one. I'll be like, I'll hold on to the rest. You can just take this one for now to get you by when you need it.
Okay.
Never
Never mind. No. One's fine.
I mean, it sounds like this hooked you pretty quick, huh?
It's pretty good stuff.
We'll have to talk to Mister about finding a way out of that addiction.
No. It's great.
No, that's why I've been holding off on it, because I know he's
You should really try it though.
No, you know what? Now that I see what it's done to, I think I'm good. Maybe
You wanna
the
see
not
the future?
perfected stuff, but I don't know.
But it's perfect.
I feel like you took the not perfected stuff
I did.
early in season 1, and it wasn't that bad.
Yes.
He has
Yeah,
since perfected it.
Yeah.
Also, the DC is way worse than I thought. It's actually DC 20.
Mhm.
Ooh, ouch.
If I rolled halfway decent, would have made it easily.
Anyway, back to the dungeon.
I found my detail. All right, so as you guys like have this like little drug exchange in the back, you guys enter you go through this door, and you're in a small antechamber. It is about 15 feet by 15 feet, so a little crowded, but not too bad with the 5 of you. The room is mostly unremarkable. It looks like another clinical lab style thing, and you recognize that it was mostly a prefab shelter. It was something that you could kind of drop and it would build itself out, but it looks like it was put into this hollowed out area of the trench. The ceiling is probably 15 feet. It's a cube. You're in a 15-foot cube. There is a door on the opposite wall that takes up 5 feet. It's like a normal size door. It doesn't take up 5 feet. I'm sorry. It's a normal size single door. It is mechanical in nature. It has a clear camera, like little dot in the middle of the door. Then there is a kind of circular vent in the ceiling, and that's the only other thing. There's no seating. There's no tables. It's just this door, a circular vent, and the doors begin to close behind you to the exterior. What do you do?
Are the boxes still reacting to anything? Like directing me where it wants me to go? I mean, obviously it's probably the one and only door, but
It's now working like a compass with like a digitized arrow, so where if you move it, the arrow still points at the door.
I'm going to detect magic and see if there's anything in the area.
Whole area is dripping with magic. Yeah.
Ah,
Actually,
Gross.
you recognize some of it. Again, detect magic works a little bit differently, but through your time in Cosmos, you actually recognize that it seems like it's probably got a similar suite or a similar feeling of spells as like any Cosmos base would, which is to say it's got different fail safes for a number of things, including agents going rogue. It's got like pacifistic magic to help make people not want to fight. It's also got some more violent magic potentially used in security. Basically, what that tells you, if there's follow the rules of the facility or expect trouble.
okay. Guys, it seems like there's a lot of magic and stuff. And, I don't really want to do anything right now.
I guess I'll take out my weapon then.
It does. I mean, the thing about the magic, though, it's
Out of character
kinda-
question. Is it that effective?
Yeah, it's what they're affected by is, yeah, it's called a aura of lassitude.
Hmm.
They are overwhelmed with listlessness and ennui.
kind of reminds me a little bit of other Cosmos facilities, and it might make you not want to
Dear,
fight.
do we even really need to be
bad.
here? Can we,
God,
can we just like
Hmm.
you
go home or
guys sounds
something?
like
I
Brawl
mean,
when
he's
he
good
tried
as
to.
is, right?
You
There's
guys
just so
sounds
much work.
Oh, thankfully he doesn't have
Ugh.
that accent anymore. Oh my God, it was
I-
driving me
I-
Right?
crazy.
I
still
made
have
fun of
the
him for
accent.
it.
Oh
Honestly.
no, there it is again.
So I assume everybody's following
Ah.
Zero to the door.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
I hope every.
I'm following Zero to the door.
I'm not leading the way.
You know, I bet that Rye just kind of forgot how he normally talks.
It's true.
I don't even think his new voice is that good.
Zero, in your
This
head,
sucks.
you are getting, you get kind of like a channel open. Guys, could I have you take your headsets off for
Oh.
probably like 1 minute? So keep
All
your
of
eyes on the
us?
screen. Not going to be a long one. I should probably open up my camera. I keep forgetting Twitch has a delay. All right. Zero, in your head, you get a direct communication as you get closer to the door. And it says, "Are you alone?"
So it's just asking me a question.
Yeah. There's a whole big question mark formed in your mind. Are you
Can I
alone?
do any type of sense motive on this? Like, is it a voice or is it just kind of a robotic?
I'm actually picturing it. Let me do a slight shift. It's literally text appearing before your eyes only, and it's got like a question mark with like a blinking underline next to it. You're like seeing like MS-DOS script in front of your eyes. It's super basic.
Do I assume this is purely technological, or am I assuming this is magical?
Probably a mix of both, given what Seeker just told you.
As I try to interact with it, does it interact in my mind, or is it more of a I have to say something aloud?
You can think at it.
I think yes.
You think you are alone?
Yep.
It responds back with the text, "Liar." No other font. Would you like to play again? Are you alone?
No.
Would you like to be? It gives you
No.
a Y/N option.
No.
I think that's actually fine. Okay. All right. What happens is that the camera in front. Oh, everyone can come back. Come back. Come back. Come back.
And Zero is definitely gonna say everybody should be ready.
Patrick's in
I'm
trouble,
gonna
he's the
explain.
last
I'm
one.
gonna actually explain what just happened.
Ready for what? That sounds like work.
I will take
explain
an
it, go for it.
explanation as to what just happened.
So, as I just approached this door, something appeared in my field of vision. It was asking me if I was alone. When I said no, it asked me if I wanted to be.
Oh. So
I
of
could
course
be
you
alone
said
right now.
no.
I did say
As you guys are getting this explained, the little camera hole in the door itself begins to blink, and it begins to emanate like a projection, like a hologram. You've seen them before. And what appears in front of you is the form of an android. Again, it's holographic, the shiny blue, whatever, we'll Star Wars it. In form, like facially, body type, it looks exactly like Seeker. It is a 1-for-1 for Seeker.
Seeker, what are you
It maybe
doing?
has like a slight crook to its nose that's a little bit different, but you can tell this is clearly the same model of android.
So it's working smell-o-vision.
Yeah.
I can't smell it.
The hair is different. The hair would be, I think, extremely neat or shaved down potentially. I'll go with trimmed down. So almost like a military crop. More hair than I'm
but basically the same thing as Zero.
Zero.
Zero, do you have crop? I thought your sides were shaved. I'm thinking of like the character art.
Yeah, it's basically what the character art was. Or do you mean like fully shaved down?
This is like a full crop. Again,
Buzz
not
cut.
buzz, but it's like the military crop is to say that there's no hair sticking out at all. So a little bit shorter than zero. And for equipment, it is wearing like it's just got like a black suit, almost looks like leather, kind of going through like to the gloves at the end of its hands down to its feet. And it says, "Hello, my name's Nat 2.0. For the
That's
sake
the
of this,
guy.
yes, hi, welcome. Thanks for
Oh, this
acknowledging
ain't
me.
recording. This ain't
Uh,
recording.
oh, recording? No, sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. This is an extremely advanced hologram of a
Wait.
person who's no longer with us.
Am I gonna get to do a Nate task thing?
Nate, you know my friend Nat3. He actually helped me design this hologram. Where did you find him? I'm getting off track. I don't actually
I
care.
I
Hold
told you it was
on.
a
find
bad
Let me do
idea.
my
though.
thing. I'm the talking hologram here, people. Come on. Eyes on me. That's right. Look at me, especially you. I like the look of you. You look real familiar. He's pointing at Seeker,
Oh, good, not me.
not at Zero. Man, you look so familiar. God, it's
Mm.
making my circuits boil, but fortunately I don't have circuits anymore. It's okay. You are all here because you were brought here, I'm assuming. Feel free to interact with me as you've identified. I do exist on a plane that can give answers. Yes, no, maybes. What do you want?
I don't see a plane.
Uh, did any,
Oh, it's the ennui. Oh, all right. Well, who's the? I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time seeing everyone in the room. I'm assuming the blurry one is the one holding my boxes.
correct?
Cool. What do you go by now?
0.
Zero. All right.
You androids are not very inventive.
Well,
Seeker, you are an exception.
for
I don't
your
even
sake,
care.
Lashunta, we weren't given the option to choose our names. Much like you, we were created and then named by our creators.
He
Um,
did.
Unlike you, my race hasn't been afforded the same freedoms as your antennaed flesh bags. So, pipe
Yeah,
down there.
well, you've only been here a couple hundred years. Give it some time.
Thank you, little Yasoki friend. I will be summarily discarding anything you say, probably. I have an issue with the rats. I'm so sorry.
Likewise.
You know how many I've had to kill in this facility since opening it? It's disgusting. I didn't even know Octurne had rats. They're little flesh bag looking things. It's horrifying.
Mm.
I told you he was kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
I do know you. I'm sorry. I will be honest. I was only uploaded with essential memories, and apparently you didn't make the cut. However, you are a NAT line, aren't you?
He's 4
I
or
am,
5.
whatever.
I don't know.
Interesting. Not sure why I don't have you listed. Must have been unimportant, but that's okay. For my friend Zero, whose name is Setting, it seems a little agitated. It definitely seems like a little bit less solid than the Nat hologram. And just for sake of reference, it clearly looks like it's an older design. When Nat made his hologram self, it was many years in the future, where this was like an earlier model. So you're not dealing with a full Nate situation here, but this is like the proto Nate. He says, "All right, Zero, I've got a series of questions, and you're going to be walking through a series of chambers. At any point you're no longer willing to continue, you can leave. The door closed behind you to keep the aura within. Apologies, it seems some of your friends are affected or miserable SOBs. I don't know. And
A little bit of both.
well,
I'd
yes,
love to
fair.
kill this guy, but I just don't. I just don't feel
Why
Huh?
does this honor even exist?
it.
Well, I gave your friend, I'm assuming friend by the fact that you're not dead, the option of taking you out of the picture for this discussion. And actually, Zero, I'd like to offer you it again now that I've been activated. Would you like to go through these doors alone? We have some very personal matters to discuss. And I've got some opportunities that I wouldn't want you to miss out on because you put it to a vote.
I trust
Judging
you,
by
Zero.
Judging by what
Whatever he
you were
wants to
saying
do.
before, it seemed like you wanted to either forcibly remove them.
You misunderstood the open response text.
I'm not
That
gonna
was
put up
mostly
with
You
a
have to
query.
you have to understand. I'm been told you basically kill whenever you can. So I just assumed you'd kill them if I said yes.
Oh, it's not whenever I can. Please don't misunderstand. If I thought you were in any way being used to bring these people here, yeah, oh, yeah, I'd blow up the whole facility. I don't even give a darn. Let's do it. But I can tell now that I've been activated, you're here under your own gumption, or at least it appears to be. Don't seem to be much of a set of actors, so I think I'm good.
I'm surprised there was no chime in from Rye.
Yeah.
Paying attention.
Yep.
He's muted.
He's
It
tapping
is.
to something, typing away.
Um, for now, all I'm simply saying is, do you want to go through this as a committee, which is definitely what you're inviting in if you walk through these doors with your, cadre you have with you, or would you like to stand on your own 2 feet?
I don't
He's
mind
doing
them
that
coming
now.
in, but it is my own decision.
Well, we'll see how that goes. I don't want to let the color into the inner sanctum, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of a now or
Yes.
never.
Hmm.
Huh?
Was he looking at anybody in particular when he said
No.
I am,
Seeker's,
Well, actually, yes.
Seeker's colors just start going crazy.
He was looking at the ceiling.
I've been in a
Um,
lot of. Never
I'll
mind.
allow them all in, or rather, I'm not going to stop them from coming in.
What's up there?
If
I look
you want
up.
to hold out, I'll let you see as soon as I shut this door again.
I bring everybody with me.
All right, the first door's free. Everything here on out, we're making deals. Please continue. He disappears. The door opens, and you're led into another chamber. That's the exact same, except instead of walls around you, they are vid screens. And nope, not that one. Sorry, I forgot my phone at work today, so I had notes that are across 2 note things. Not that that's surprising. Uh,
Is the
that's
aura still
fine.
there?
Excuse me?
Are we still affected by the aura?
Oh, yeah, you need to get a significant distance away. Roughly a mile.
We can't save at all during it?
In 24 hours, you may.
Oh, jeez. Can I dispel magic on myself?
No, you can try.
No, I don't like the sound of that. Knowing
Is that the only type of dispel you have?
thing. Huh?
Is that the only type of dispel you
I
have?
believe so.
Didn't that new spell you just got kind of sound like it would work against us?
There's another type of, it's not called a dispel spell, but there's another spell that basically gets you out of stuff. If you have it, it would work, but I'm not giving it to you.
Only one I got is dispel magic.
Then you don't got it. All right. On these video screens, there is it's like almost like a history docudrama, and you are just seeing constant images and scenes overlaying, lapping over each other. It's definitely a chaotic element here. It's kind of like they're trying to do the Clockwork Orange thing to your eyes, where they're just bombarding you with images. And these are images of androids being mistreated throughout all of known time. It goes back to when they were created as tools. They were literal slaves because they had no will. They weren't given any rights. They were used as mechanical tools, like robots, but they have souls. So
Is there anything better on?
the hologram pops back into life. Again, the door on the opposite side looks the exact same, has a little pinhole, which is the hologram projector. And this time, Nat 2.0's got his arm resting on nothing, like he's against a wall, and he's got one leg crossed over his knee. And he says, well, not really. If you're an android and had to live through these horrible nightmares, we are used as living weapons, as living wrenches, as sex dolls with souls. Any deplorable way you could use my kind, done without any consideration to the fact of what you created. I know I'm using you a little bit widely, and I do mean you non-androids, but I'm going to continue to do so if you don't mind. Actually, I'm going to continue to do so if you do mind. Uh,
I remember that. Points at one of the screens. That's
oh yeah, it's pretty horrible stuff. They were
that
really
sucked.
treated. The the oppression of our people is what drove me and gave me the the fortitude, the will, the desire to make a change. And I devoted my lengthy life to doing just that. Before I had to end it, I put a measure of myself in this facility. I would like to grant it to a true successor.
I
Now, oh shoot.
oh yeah, I'm just going to take an opportunity here to try diplomacy
Yep.
real quick. So I say, uh, Nat 2.0. Do you have a preferred name?
Mm.
Why is he still talking like this?
I'll allow you.
Because
to
I'm
call
stuck
me-
like this.
You may call me Omega.
Omega. So,
Oh, that's original. Mm-hmm.
oh,
I'm
Well,
kind
you
of like
see,
Alpha.
sounds-
Nat
Look at
1
that.
was
That's
the
pretty
alpha,
edgy.
the
Omega.
beginning. I am the Omega, the end.
No,
Yes.
no, I understand.
Oh, now he's talking like it.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Can I just, you know what? Never mind. Just continue. Just continue. I don't even care
You
anymore.
are too depressed to complain. Stop it.
And you're too. You know what? Do your thing. Do
Omega.
your thing.
Omega.
I like the way you say my name. Could you say it louder? I haven't heard
Yeah.
anyone say my name in. Wow, that's a while.
I would, but I have neighbors. So, I say, I understand that you have security measures in order, and trust me, if there's anything I know about, it's security measures. But these ones are a bit annoying and not accomplishing much other than to make me, how do you say, angry, like they are depressed. I think they're much more likely to hear you out if they aren't about to bite through their own tongues. Is there a chance that maybe you could give us some
He's just
information that will
rambling on.
fix
Roll
their
for-
situation?
Roll for diplomacy. However, I'm going to be honest. This blue hologram has turned shades of red and flickers as you speak.
Please be good. Please be good. Diplomacy. Do I have? Oh, this is all I got. 29.
A 29 puts him back to blue, and he takes a visible breath. Doesn't breathe. It's an android hologram. In my current state, I will accept that you are an ignorant meat sack, and I will meet you halfway. He changes the video to be one recurrent video of androids being used to clean out death pits of organics in holocausts that were done throughout different planets when androids were used for literally everything people didn't want to do. There, it's a little bit of less of an assault on the senses. Is that better?
Sure. Out of character. I meant more lifting the ennui.
Feel free to point that out.
Say,
Sorry. That's
normally
actually,
difficult to be around, but this is obnoxious.
Not technically. Hold on. Let
Great.
me try and seal the door behind you, but you're gonna have the same issue when you leave, and it might make it worse. Hold on. He squints. And then the door behind you.
I'm glad that we have that
almost
recorded.
immediately, everyone in the room feels a sense of relief. Even the ones who weren't feeling the ennui, it's like a weight lifted off of your shoulder.
Yeah. Hey, guys, I'm feeling better. Right. Keep up that accent. I'm loving it.
I feel like I can
See, that's
actually
what I
hate this
thought.
guy now. Okay, let's do this.
No, don't hate him.
All right. Zero. I have an offer for you. Do you want to stop those that to this day still enslave android kind? It still happens in the deepest reaches of space. I know I've been out of the world,
Of
but I
course
have
we
not
do.
years. What?
Of course we do. We want to
It's-
stop it.
It's
So
gotten a lot
I-
better, honestly.
I actually stopped them from speaking.
Yep.
Yeah. hand
Thank
up.
you,
Yep.
Zero.
And say, I feel you're actually being a little short-sighted, and we shouldn't limit this to androids.
What?
Oh,
Stopping
not going
everybody
far
from
enough.
being oppressed as opposed to only androids.
I like the way you think. And if it's true, I'm going to give you an opportunity to prove it. Hold on one second. and as he squints and almost shits himself.
Dustin almost shits himself.
Little
was
blue
not
flash
specific.
drops to the floor.
The left-hand wall opens up. It just kind of retracts up into the ceiling, and it's a short space. There's another 5 feet past where you were standing. There are 3 occupants inside of 3 cryo chambers. Many of you, no, 2 of you recognize the style of chamber as they were used in one of the police storage areas in on Pistol. You had released a particularly angry orc out of them.
Yes, I did.
These are 3 new ones. They look identical, and within them there are races were non-specific. I will say that there is a human, there is a bird-like species. Without seeing more, again, it's a porthole where you get to see their face and everything's kind of frosty. There's a bird-like species, so black feathers, a beak, and then something that looks like an orcish goblin hybrid, maybe a hobgoblin, but again, it's hard to say. And next to them is a computer screen that gives a readout for each one. And it's effectively a rap sheet. The human was responsible for creating a line of androids that were assassins, if this sounds familiar. And their rap sheet includes working for Cosmos and all this other thing. But the androids they created were used and forced to kill sentient beings. The bird-like one created a series of assassins, which it sold to other species for the purposes of pleasure. And then the hobgoblin simply built androids that were used as like just put into servitude, direct bondage. They were used for everything, including like menial tasks like I don't know, cleaning a house, getting the whoever purchased them dressed, making all of their meals with no compensation, no freedom. The hologram of Omega, or NAT 2.0, says, I'm going to give you the choice here. All you got to do is push that blinking red button on those consoles. Each one has its own button. Kill the ones you think deserved it. Let's see. As a bonus, the human, he also did despicable things outside of making the androids. When I created this little setup, I didn't quite expect your answer, but I didn't dislike it. So please use whatever information you'd like.
Excuse me, Mr. Omega. Mr. Omega.
Yes.
How long have these folks been in here?
Carry the one. Some years.
Do you have any proof of their transgressions?
Spoogle it.
Is it actually possible? Is it actually possible to look it up, making sure he's not lying to us?
Oh, hold on. I have to open the door again.
Do I recognize them?
You can get a whiffy signal. Hold on. Both the doors open. Immediately, the people who were feeling depressed back to feeling depressed.
Never mind.
Just press all 3.
Is there a button for me too?
You should be getting a signal from your ship. Feel free to do a quick check. I don't need you to take my word for it.
I do. I look up everybody.
Oh yeah, they're all horrible people. They've been missing for years, but before then they all had rap sheets or were wanted. Not the human wasn't known associate with Cosmos. No one is, but they had a rap sheet of murders and other things.
So they're all killers. They all killed innocent people and the such.
No, the human
or resulted in it.
The human killed innocents or perceived innocence. The bird did not. They were wanted for crimes against using androids illegally, as was the hobgoblin. But the hobgoblin was in space that was considered basically wild space that isn't governed by the same laws. So he wasn't wanted, but you're able to find like his old services. Like he used to sell out these androids, and you're able to quickly find him. Again, he didn't do anything illegal by where he was. Just to clarify.
How long have they been missing?
I don't remember if we gave a time frame. It might. I don't want to mess with anything with Seeker or Zero's backstory. Seeker, do you remember how long you've been Seeker?
Well, ever since yeah, actually, I don't remember.
That's my issue. Is I don't
Just a
want to
couple
ruin
years
it.
ago. Just a couple years ago.
So
I said I
would
was
say
like 2
probably
years
they've been
old or
missing
so.
for about 5 years.
Oh, well, I was gonna say if they outlive
That
their,
was a long
life
time.
expectancy, it's a mercy killing at that point.
Oh no, they still have friends and family, and you can Google them too.
I have one on LinkedIn.
So as far as the human's concerned, Zero pushes the red button on him.
What?
No,
Well, I guess is anyone gonna try and stop him?
Yeah,
This
no,
is-
stop.
This is
Zero.
Zero's. Zero. I trust your judgment.
You can
Oh.
shut. By the way, you can shut the door so I can get their real opinions. But I'm still pushing. I'm still pushing the red button on the human.
So
The door shut.
The red button is gonna kill these people, right?
Kill one of them.
Each has their own red button. Yes.
So
I'll
I'm
let you
killing the
know.
one that murders people.
All right, and as soon as you do so, you get a feeling of enervation. You please add. What's your? I'm sorry. What's the stat for your class?
Basic one is Dex.
Dex. Add 1 point to your Dex score.
What happened? What happened? So first of all, the way it played out in my head is that
Did you
just-
not actually listen to the whole conversation, Patrick?
No, I was listening. No, when you say that you hit it.
I'm going to walk up and push the red button on the human. Yes.
Oh, I thought you just went, oh. Like, because
Basically.
you didn't consult anyone, right? You just
No, you didn't.
started walking up.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I
I
would
started-
object.
I started walking up towards the humans one to push that red button. And
Did you? In other words, I'm asking, did Zero go, huh? Anyone mind if I, huh? Or did you just walked up and?
I walked up with the full intention of pushing the button without asking.
Right. I don't know your intent is what I'm getting at.
The human dies. You have a
Well,
moment to talk to him now.
Zero.
And the doors are closed?
Yeah, your ennui is lifted.
All right.
All right. Whoa. Well, we probably shouldn't just outright murder folks. That makes
Yeah, that's
us
pretty bad.
just as bad as them.
Yeah.
Actually, it gets worse. Inside the cryopod, which was once frozen, the ice begins to melt, and then you can see that the entire area fills with water, like the chamber, and it begins to boil. So as this person's brought back to wakefulness, they
Boiled
slowly
alive.
grog open their eyes, and then they suddenly begin to be boiled alive. The
I
water
try to
heats up,
stop
their
That
skin
man
begins
wasn't
to
even
bubble
fighting you.
and
That was
third
kinda
degree
below.
burns, and then a privacy screen comes over the window as they are effectively melted.
It's
I've
just like
al-
a happy face that comes up in front of the window.
I'll allow that. Yes.
If not for all the videos that I saw back in the last station, I would be vomiting right now. That's Zero.
Zero. I don't disagree with Zero's actions. These people, they did deserve to die.
Of course you wouldn't. You're a
Sure,
psycho.
but yeah, we should also, put up
But-
the judicial system and like we like we want to
Put
do
him
with
on Eox.
with our friend,
People have done
with
it
our friend in
before.
Eox.
Hey, my friend Zero. How's that committee working for you?
I told you it was my decision.
We've made wrong decisions before.
You made a wrong decision.
Before this, I told Zero that I trust his judgment, and I'm going to let Zero do as he pleases. Zero is Zero. Zero is not NAT
No.
2.0.
I have
I'm scared of both of you.
I have to take this opportunity to say this is crazy balls.
Okay. How about Birdbrain? What do you got in for him? He sold our kind as sex slaves. Let's put a really, really gross label where it belongs.
I don't know. Dren is kind of okay with that one.
Oh, jeez.
The hologram literally twitches and glitches. It's like, okay.
Dren, don't.
So
Stop.
as far as the stuff that came up, they didn't come up with killings or anything like that.
No.
Is it
They
possible
didn't
to
kill
wake
anything.
them up without killing them?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Wake them up without killing them.
Oh, you want to wake them up without killing them?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a program code. It's the same. Again, you've seen it before. There's a sequence for it.
Not freeing them, just waking them up.
Yeah. It's like a little panel you can interact with. It's like a touch screen.
All right, so I'll wake up him and the hobgoblin without. Actually, I'll do it one at a time.
Which one first?
The bird guy.
Yeah, the water begins boiling immediately and melts him too. And the hologram goes, "Oopsie, that was the wrong answer," and you lose 1 point to your dexterity.
Oh.
You just
Sorry about
got that, Michael.
I should have been more clear. There is a correct answer here. Would you like to try again?
Did you
Wants
just
that dex point back.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, you're at max
Zero.
right now.
Why did you kill that one?
I actually would have said that out loud, that I was trying to wake it up without killing it.
You didn't succeed.
And the hobgoblin sold them to do everything.
They were sold as more traditional, like butler type units, but again, no free will and had to do whatever they wanted, which means they could be used in any perverse way their owner wanted to once sold.
Okay, well, if the sex bots was not enough,
Seeing as they died by boiling, I could probably take a quick look at the cryo chamber here and clip a cord that might set off boiling mode.
But it would
You could make an
still
engineering
be-
check, sure.
You,
All
you
right.
could cut off the water
32?
supply, but it'd still get really hot in there.
Yeah, you can see it's not as easy to make it sound, but you're extremely adept at this point.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
able to
yeah. I
monkey
rolled a
around
5 and
or
I got
rat
32.
around and figure it out.
So,
But as you start like messing with the wires, the NAT, the Omega hologram begins kind of kicking its foot like idly against the ground, kind of swinging it, and says, "I'm not really sure that's the best idea."
why?
Well, I've got.
I
This
feel like we
thing.
should actually follow Seeker's advice of following the rules of the facility.
Yep.
Well, so let's not kill him. See what happens.
You can leave him alone, but he's mine. In fact,
it sounds like he's gonna die regardless.
anyone who abuses androids, they're mine. I just haven't got them yet.
Oh, does that mean you then? Because you abused androids yourself.
Well,
Boom,
once I've done my
gotcha.
deal, I'm no longer necessary. And also, in a manner of speaking, I'm already dead.
Balance is all things should be.
I
He's
don't
been
give a
reading
shit
the
about your
fortune
balance.
books.
I'm here to rain death and destruction like the gods refuse to. I am Omega. I will surpass your listless gods, your weak laws, and your cheap morals. I'll allow you to let this one go, but if you try to take them from me, I can't guarantee what'll happen. But please, I'm not stopping you. Frankly, I can't. I got no hands. And he tries to clap, and there's no sound. Please monkey around with it if you want. I just didn't
Hey!
recommend it.
Zero. I know that I am not
I appreciate that, Nick.
You're welcome.
Zero.
So
I know that I am not the perfect picture of person who doesn't kill people, but there have been accidents, and I understand. I hope that that second one is
Answer me
also
this.
an accident.
what does somebody have to do in your mind to deserve to die?
Actively tried to kill me.
Only you?
I guess you people too.
Mm,
So it's only limited to the people in this room currently?
Not
No.
androids.
If they are active threats. Otherwise, you can lock them up and sew away the key.
Looking back to NAT 2.0, why are you so against allowing them to be? Why do they have to die? Why can't they be punished in other ways?
Well, I mean,
Oh.
to be fair, they are in jail, sort of.
Your friend has it. I have been judge, jury, and I will be executioner if necessary, but I'm content leaving them locked up here forever because that fills me with a perverse pleasure as well. And if some way I expire and then they're freed, well, I guess I don't care if I'm dead, right?
Can
we
you all
please stop
decided
killing the
like
people?
not to believe me about this guy for a while? I mean, come on. Especially you,
Yeah.
Rye.
Hey,
What? I
I'm-
knew he was gonna be a fucked up.
And
NAT
I'm
model,
here.
whose designation I don't care to remember. Do you go by any other names?
I'm just your run-of-the-mill guy named
What were you,
Smith.
Seeker or
Seeker. Yes, that's me. Sure, Seeker.
Seeker.
I thought you were Biggles.
Ooh, Biggles, yeah, Biggles the Chowder, Biggles the Bisque. Pick one. I can be anybody.
Ned, I really want to throw him under the bus and just be like, weren't you the original?
I've
Biggles.
actually said it a few times, I think.
Just so you know, if you were so inclined, I wouldn't mind extending my offer of, let's say, enlightenment to you.
Absolutely not.
All you need to do is push that blinking red button.
Absolutely not.
Do not do this thing.
This is a
Before Dren
decision
begins
for
to
Zero
move,
to
he says,
make.
"Not you."
No, I'm literally here for moral support for my two buddies here. They need closure on their androids or something.
All
Yeah,
right,
starting to
Zero. If
regret
you feel like you've
this.
accomplished everything you set out to do in this room, please break off 1/3 of your boxes, insert it or touch it to the door, and we can go to the next room.
All right. I'll do so.
As you do so, it gets like magnetized to the door, and the door swings, or I guess slides up, the box disappearing with it. And you are entered into the next room, which is frankly the exact same. It's video screens, it's doored, nothing too exciting there. The video screens this time are showing acts of terrorism, specifically the acts that NAT 2.0 was known to have perpetrated. These include violent explosions, bioweapons, everything we talked about before. They're now being shown on screen, and they're all clearly at the hands of NAT 2.0. When you get to the hologram in this room, which blinks from the door, he's smiling and he says, "This is my favorite room in the whole facility." I guess I should probably get on with my thing. You all seem to be enjoying yourselves. Would you like a part in the legacy that has protected android kind at every turn and at every cost? This is a yes or no
I had some
question.
androids on my ship.
It's a little bit easier. I'm gonna kill that slimy monkey.
No one's saying
No,
no,
please don't. We need him.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I want to help.
I would say, yeah, the answer is yes, but
All right.
Yes.
not to certain extremes.
You feel that a download has been initiated within you, Zero. Do you want to let it go on?
Can I tell what it's trying to do?
Download data.
I'm gonna regret it, but I'm gonna say yes.
Oh, no.
So you let it
Can't
happen.
Miller jump in?
No, it's totally fine. Again,
Miller.
it's not obvious. It would have been an opportunity if he failed the save that he would have got. No, it's fine. So what happens is you get downloaded and the images begin disappearing off of the screen slowly. And there was hundreds of acts, by the way. He was going on for about 100 years before anyone even bothered to try and stop him or could. And they are all being downloaded into you. You're having explicit, detailed memory of these acts that you've done. And you're now getting different stat increases based on these acts done. I'd have to look through the Starfinder stats to see what makes the most sense, but they're mostly going to be like skill checks that are being increased. And they're
Why is
considered
Zero, the one who already has like a +30 to every skill check, getting higher skill checks?
Yeah. And then Nat 2.0 says, "You're getting a lot closer, my friend. If you want to move on to the next bit and we can kind of seal this deal, please insert that case to the door or touch the case to the door and we'll get going."
I'm going to do so. And actually, as he, I imagine, disappears when I'm going to say, Miller, this is probably the time to be prepared.
I'm prepared.
All right.
Seeker is watching this entire thing very, very closely.
So this thing is only memories of things that happened, correct?
What are you asking?
It
He's
doesn't
asking-
affect Zero as a whole. It's just more. Zero now has memories of these things happening.
Yes.
Okay.
However,
From his perspective, I imagine.
it's from whoever perpetrated its
Why
perspective,
is
from eyes
Dustin all of
forward.
a sudden really loud?
Yeah, he just went like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get anything.
How about now?
No, you're still like the new audio level.
Weird. Don't know. You are now.
Oof.
Is it bad?
No,
That's
You
fine.
don't notice a
no,
difference.
not excessively. It's just you're
Fine.
louder than before.
These memories that you have now you're not able to shake them. They are constantly in the back of your head, and try as you might, you can't actually get them out of your mind. And a little bit more specifically, each one, when you do think upon it, doesn't fill you with horror or revulsion. You feel the feelings that were perpetrated at the time, and
Joy.
so you're at least at half mast. So yeah.
Are there any more images on the screen, or are they all gone?
All gone.
Okay. Damn.
And as the door opens and you go into the next room, you're not. Oh, let's see. What does this one say? You're not met with any more video screens, and in fact, this room has a slightly bigger compartment, kind of where those cryo chambers were. It opens up, and there are statues. There are 20 statues, and they look exactly the same, barring different hairstyles, and they all look like Seeker or NAT 2.0. And the one standing in front is the same one in the hologram, and the hologram actually kind of walks over and kind of overlays itself over the statue, and it says, now you have to make a harder decision. Do you want access to the skills and knowledge of one of the foremost assassins of the age, one of the most deadly combatants ever created, one of the most, if I don't mind saying so myself, one of the great hopes of android kind, someone willing to do anything for our people?
Or visibly rolls his eyes.
Would you like access to those skills, memories, knowledge, and equipment, maybe? What say you?
A question for my friend that he might not ask that I'm willing to ask. Is this gonna
Please,
turn him
committee,
into?
have your way with me.
Oof.
Does the statue?
No, it doesn't.
Is this going to make him turn into a violent vigilante? Is this going to strip him of his free will?
Doesn't matter.
Yes.
Kinda, yeah.
It won't strip him of his free will. No.
Are you lying to me?
He shrugs.
Can I even
The
do a
sense
sense
motive?
motive?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay, then I'm gonna do that. My sense motive. Don't fail me now. So it's this plus I'm utilizing my bonus, which is a D6 plus 1. So it's for no reason. 34. I rolled a
Nat 20.
20. And I get a D6 plus 1. Roll 1d6 plus 1.
What would be, I guess it would be, is it deception, the Starfinder skill check for it to go opposed?
Holy crap. I rolled the perfect score.
Rolled perfect. Yeah, that's a 41.
What would be the opposing skill?
Yeah,
That would be bluff.
it would be
Bluff. Sorry, bluff is what I wanted. Bluff's what I meant. What is your bonus to bluff? 0.
17. It can't beat it.
Yeah, no, you can't beat it.
Who, me?
Yeah, he couldn't beat it. You feel like he's being completely honest with you, but
Wait, I with a roll of 40 something.
41.
you
Is he just getting
cannot
a-
be beat by
Oh,
anything I throw
I'm
at you.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I heard the reverse too. I'm like,
I heard the reverse. I'm like, no, 41's not good enough, bud.
No, that's great. I rolled a 14 and I added 17, so not enough. You're getting that he's telling the truth. It's not explicitly the whole truth, but it is the truth.
He is leaving something out.
Oh, you think? No, I'm telling you all of my deepest, darkest secrets. Would you like to read my diary?
Yes.
It's in the next room. You got to get through the door.
Shit. Shiza.
And unfortunately, that last little box you have there won't get through this door. There's only one way. You got to say yes.
what's preventing us from breaking down the door?
Explosives, magic, a color out of space. Take your pick.
I know that one. I've been in a library before.
You walked underneath it not 5 minutes ago.
Ugh. Nicolas Cage was here.
I don't understand this reference. I've been out of the loop for a while. Don't
Yeah,
get
but the
great
DM
Wi-Fi
hasn't.
in secure facilities.
You don't have Netflix?
He's
What
got
was I
his own
gonna-
version of Netflix. We just watched it.
Boring. So I guess I follow up knowing that he's hiding it. Is this gonna transfer you into him?
No.
Does my earlier sense motive still apply?
Yeah, that one was dead honest.
Okay.
No, instead
Hmm.
it's gonna revert him back to what he was.
Well,
I
your
am
rat friend does make a good point. I'm just a hologram.
Right.
Oh, it will turn him back into
I'm not going anywhere.
wait, that doesn't
Yes, it does.
I run the
Perfect
ship, so to
sense.
speak. But if you'd like to ask me another question, no.
Oh right, because Zero's not technically he's still him, just mind
What
It's
wiped.
the,
does Zero want to
the
do? Do
body
you want to
is
become
his,
this
yeah.
I
mass
don't care what
murderer
Zero wants
assassin?
to do. I'll tell him what to do.
Biggles the
Opinion
Seeker.
on it. If he's gonna take it.
Biggles the Seeker, I'd also allow you to come join the party if that's what you prefer. If you're
Absolutely not.
fine.
So
And
what
then
is this
my
it then?
answer is no.
No? Are you sure? Can I give you a taste of the power you're turning down?
I have plenty.
It's true. I've seen him
never-
get hit like one time.
We have the power of friends on our side, and
The power of friendship.
and the power of love,
And
Yeah,
God
you
in
know.
anime.
You can never have enough power, but it seems like in my absence, you have become something else. It was one of the gambles I took with this long scheme. I mean, I guess if that's your final answer, just leave the last box and disappear. I'll never bother you again.
Once the doors are open.
Leave the box.
Why? If
Ooh.
this
What's in
box
the
doesn't
box?
open up the last door, then what's this box for?
Get one of your Android friends to say yes, and I'll show you.
Rye, you better keep your gun on mute, please.
Slow turn to the idiot in the room.
For the record, the gun has been on
Telepathically.
mute.
Okay.
However, the hologram now not even being able to maintain its full corporeal form, like the head goes first and then the body digitizes after, and gets right up into Rye's face and says, "What gun on mute? That sounds positively exciting."
Oh no.
Good job, Seeker.
Oh,
The one thing he was
Justin.
concerned
He
about.
tries to
Actually-
touch the gun. In fact, he's
Mhm.
like his hologram head just passes through it, and he's like, that one, huh? I can
Actually-
feel it. It's in there. What's in there? You're gonna tell me, right? You're gonna.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
He starts glitching. You're gonna tell me, right? What's in the gun? What's in the gun?
hey, oh,
Ooh, I feel like my control over all of my
Pat,
access
Pat.
ports
Oh, boy.
is slipping.
Pat,
What, Chris?
does Rye still have the Ego Blaster on him?
The what?
The Ego Blaster, 9K.
The Ego Blaster?
Yeah,
What
the
was
original static arc pistol.
He's asking if you have the gun that says all the Rye quotes.
Oh.
Because if you do, pull it out and shoot that. Just shoot it up in the air, and then
Oh,
roll
yeah,
a
I
D-
don't-
then
I
roll
don't
a
think I-
D11.
I don't
Didn't you get rid of it? Didn't you sell it?
I don't think I sold it. I think I just stopped carrying it.
No.
It's in like a pedestal in his room.
Yeah.
Why do I still have this? Sheet?
Oh, right, because we saved it when we thought he was dead, put it in his room, and then yeah.
It might have been even in there before.
Well, no,
that.
'cause, the gun, the old analog gun, that is different than the original one that Chris is talking about. So
It's
that
a-
wasn't the one that you would have.
Easy question. Do you have it on you right now?
No,
or
probably not.
Okay, there you
Knows the
go.
answer.
Boom. There you go.
The better question is, would you carry an energy pistol with you in addition to your what is it, the analog one?
I'm comfortable with the answer being no, and Nat wants to know about your gun.
The man talks in riddles. Go pew.
I'm
He
gonna
wants
be
me to
honest.
shoot you.
The gun is his penis.
I must be. Yeah, thank you. I
Captain
appreciate the
Hammer.
Dr. Horrible reference. Thank you. I'm gonna be honest. I might not be a cat, but I simply can't abide curiosity. I'm slowly losing my control over the access hatches and throughout the facility, and I think you're gonna have a bad time if you don't tell me what's in there. What's in the gun?
It's
The gun.
sees that guy. Point at Miller.
Yes.
He thought it would be funny to program my gun to make funny words, making fun of me when I go pew pew.
I'd love to hear it. Please
I would
fire
have to
one
go
off for
pew
me.
pew.
Oh, that's totally fine. The walls are magnetized. It'll
Oh,
just
go ahead,
bounce.
shoot a gun. Shoot your gun. Just shoot your gun.
I'm gonna shoot you with the gun.
When he shoots the gun, I'm going to use token spell to make it say one of the phrases that Miller has.
Oh, actually, I mean, I could do ghost sound to do
Oh,
any
there
of
you go,
those
ghost
sounds.
sound, yeah.
Would it recreate the original sound?
Yeah, I mean, I know how to do it.
I have a sneaking suspicion this ain't gonna work.
It's not going to work. 100%.
Oh yeah.
What check would you like to know, Dustin? Perception.
Does the spell, the token sound spell, or whatever you're doing, Miller, have a
Ghost
save?
sound does have a save.
It does.
Then-
You want me to do it? I want to do
The
it 'cause I have
DC
better.
18.
Oh yeah, he's
For
gonna
what?
pass that.
It's
Well,
got to
a
be
level
will, right?
0 spell.
Is it perception?
No, it's will. It's trying to block your ability to see
Yeah,
something, right?
I think so. Or hear
You're
something.
wise
yeah.
enough to be like, that's not real.
Ghost sound is will disbelief. Yep.
You got a +8.
I have a +8. I'm gonna roll this one and roll 20 so no one thinks I'm pulling
Uh,
shenanigans.
let me
I
do
didn't
the
even
sounds.
fire the gun
And-
though.
Wait,
Oh.
Well, I'm
I was,
assuming you're doing the thing, yes?
I was gonna
guess
make the
so
sound
now.
because I am better
Oh,
at
Pat,
magic
you
and
don't
I
have to.
suggested to do it.
That's fine. Is your save better than 18?
Yes.
You
I'll
do
use
realize
that,
that
that's
if
fine.
this
Well-
screws us up, it's specifically because of you.
Oh yeah.
You have made the choice to
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
us over.
All right. So, Rye, you pull out the gun and fire it.
Sure.
Speaker
Could you
was
roll
nat
me a
20 the whole
D? What is
time.
the dice right now, Chris? Do you remember it?
It's a 4.
The D4?
No, I just rolled it.
You rolled a D11.
Oh, what's the 4?
That's you said the D,
Oh,
right?
I thought. Never mind. Sorry.
Speaker was just given a
I
reroll.
have an 18. I have an 18 for my my DC.
So same as Miller then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
then, yeah. Oh, actually, plus I have spell focus, right?
I
Or
frankly don't
whatever
know.
it is.
But what's the quote the
Let's
gun
make
says,
sure.
Chris?
I'm so handsome.
For now, Nat is frowning, and
I used to not sounds like this.
I'm rolling 1d20 plus 8. I rolled a 22, Seeker, so you got to get a pretty high
Yes.
bonus.
Okay,
for it
so
to...
the you roll the what?
22.
A 22.
Your
Yeah,
bonus.
so you got to get +4 somehow.
I have
You
yeah.
gotta get
So
plus
I've got
5.
I've got a-
Steve did grant you a reroll.
I've got a 20. Mine's
Steve
20.
granted you a reroll.
Well, I don't get a re-roll.
It's not a
when am I
roll, it's
rolling.
just a stat.
Yeah,
Oh.
I got a 20 as my my DC for it. You can give him a reroll and make him roll lower.
That's not how that
There you go.
works.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
is how it
forced
works.
Yeah, there
reroll.
is. There's a forced reroll.
In what?
You
could-
always allowed forced rerolls.
Since when? No one has ever given me a forced reroll.
They've
Me
re-rolled
neither.
your
Made
good-
it.
they've re-rolled your good things against us. Yeah, they've
It made
re-rolled.
me reroll when I did hit.
Yeah, I've never gotten a reroll either, so it's fine.
So, noting the note, you just gave Seeker a reroll to use in a roll of their choice. It's a roll
Okay.
of their choice. I choose not to. Nat doesn't believe your bullshit. He snaps his eyes back at Seeker and he says, "Do that again, and I will boil the hobgoblin."
Oh, go for it.
Okay.
Boil him. I don't give a shit.
Who is he?
I
You
look
can't
at
hear it in the other room, but there's cooking happening.
Okay, all right. Now we're leaving. Bye.
the fuck is wrong with you?
What?
Are you trying to get everybody killed, including us?
You are perfectly well allowed to leave. That's fine. Would you like to go now?
Yes.
If the
Hold
doors
on.
are open, aren't we feeling all apathetic again?
Almost all of the doors open, but the very last one. And yes, everyone who failed their save at the beginning is now struck by this ennui and depression. And you can hear it releasing. There's a vent in the very first room, which is now 1530, I think 45 feet away from you. And the outside of the vent, a color, which doesn't make any sense, but a gaseous looking color, not gas,
Blurple.
begins filtering
Oh, it's
into the room. The color is literally indescribable as it's described. But as far as you can tell, it looks like it's shifting shades of color. So you're able to make out where it ends. And as it kind of funnels out, it fills up that entire room, a full cube of 15 by 15. And when we pick up next Starfinder episode, you'll all roll for initiative.
Oh boy.
All right,
Right.
Justin, why you do this?
Hey, you know what? It's fun. I don't mind. It's fun.
Chaotic option. I'm about it.
I didn't really
Pathfinder
mean
does
to say that
feature-
out loud, but
Yeah, you did, because you used your mouth words.
Starfinder does feature the color out of space from Lovecraftian fiction in its stat block in the monster.
man.
What is Alien Archive 2?
Is it incorporeal?
It is
Oh
incorporeal.
my god, you
actually.
just gave me a fusion for incorporeal objects.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
Oh.
Oh,
That
man.
wasn't even one you asked for, is it?
No, it wasn't. Well, it doesn't matter anyway, because I have Mystic Touch anyway, so that would have done it too. But
You
no.
can just give that to one of us.
So
I
I'm going
got
to be honest.
nothing.
Before we wrap up tonight's episode, I want you guys to prep. Next week is the Hench playtest, and then we'll do Starfinder again. This level 10 fight could theoretically kill all of you.
Good job, Justin.
Not many of you, I believe, can actually hurt this thing.
I can't.
I'm just giving
not
you the
spells?
heads up.
It's a fusion
Spells can't-
seal. The
Can
fusion
fire
seal is
hit it?
called Ghost
So,
Killer.
do you guys remember how I mentioned we could use like spell resistance? The only reason why I know why spell resistance works is because this thing is what I rolled out for your encounter tonight.
I'm excited.
So, yeah, it has spell resistance.
Good thing
on
I
top of
have
everything
spell
else.
penetration.
I am I am somewhat confident
I don't know how
that
penetration works.
I am
That's right, I
somewhat
said.
confident that Seeker wanted to take that, because I don't understand why Seeker would.
Oh
Go.
no, that was
Hey!
totally out of nowhere. I was just
Was
I
that
was
out of
just-
character and then
No,
we rolled
hey,
with
I
it?
don't
was,
let him
that
know
was supposed
about
to
the
be out
gun.
of character, but we just went with it.
But
so,
you didn't correct
yeah.
it. I didn't say anything so that I would
Yeah.
allow you the opportunity to say that was out of character.
Oh, your GM
Well,
wouldn't have allowed
No,
that.
No,
so that's
no.
yeah. You know what? It's more interesting. It's more fun. I don't care.
Frankly, I would have put that maybe to a Seeker, like if Seeker could control
Yeah.
himself role. But honestly, I don't think Seeker could have. We've had this like
I
Seeker
told you not to bring
persona
the
issue.
fucking gun. I told you not to bring the fucking gun. You still
did.
brought the fucking gun.
You brought the gun, so I'm gonna kill us all. I'm
It's
Seeker.
not
This
my
is what I
fault.
sound
I told you. I told you not to bring it.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
let
like it
this
when
be a
people don't listen
canonical
to what I
argument that's
say.
going
I'm
on
gonna-
while the color filters out of this vent, and I'm gonna have the scene fade to black for
This
tonight.
man didn't
wonder-
like my egg.
I
art,
wonder
so I'm gonna
what
get him
Seeker
killed 2
thinks
years
of the
down road.
color.
We can chat about it in the after party, which is gonna be super.
No, we're not
truncated 'cause
going
it's
to the after party. And if we do go to the after party,
already
guess what? I'm gonna
15
kill
minutes
y'all.
late. Patrick's having an episode. I'm gonna say thank you
I'm
guys
not
so much
having
for
an episode.
watching.
My name's Seeker. I'm having an episode.
We'll wrap up the secrets of NAT 2.0 next Starfinder week, which will be the second week of March. And I look forward to seeing you then.
I'm not
Until
wrapping
that
up
time,
nothing
remember-
unless I want to.
Never split the party.
Yes,
Yeah.
Seeker.
Yeah,
Yes, Seeker.
Omega.
You piece of shit.